everybody! We are here. We are back. We are ready to impress. It is size of that number, Stormy Dragon Tavern, Gloved Molotov. I have to say 3 different things. It is channel name, game name, system name. I always try and say all 3. I don't always succeed.
Okay, hang on. We are the crew of the Gloved Molotov playing Stars Without Number on the Stormy Dragon Tavern.
Yeah!
We got there.
It's episode 87, you guys.
Yeah. In the sector map, no, in the sector of Valhalla Kappa.
Valhalla.
Sector Valhalla Kappa.
Oh, I couldn't read it because it's too small on my screen.
It's been hours since, literally years since I've seen this map. So, yeah.
It's the sector map, you guys.
It's a good reminder of where we are in the world.
In the corner.
Lost in space.
So what happens if we head south?
You go into the void.
No one has any maps of what drive space looks like.
Can we find out?
You can certainly try.
Sick.
It may end badly for you.
It will most likely end badly for you.
Okay.
Right, so
I mean, it's not saying that we're gonna die, just badly.
when last we saw the party, they were very rudely awoken by the realization that an ass ton of ships were on their way to Harbona to blow some stuff up. Because turns out, if you blow up enough stuff on Yakuta, they get mad and want vengeance. So the party scrambled and rushed aboard their shuttlecraft, making some rather irresponsible modifications to it mid-flight to try and get back to the Milan and the Gloved Molotov as quickly as possible. Thanks to some very liberal application of coolant and fire extinguishers, the internals of the ship's engines did not overheat, and you made it back to the Milan with a bit of time to spare, while also preparing, in transit, 2 boxes of boom.
Yeah.
I have a very important question. Sorry. Is it J-I-N or G-I-N?
J.
Thank you. That's it.
I'm not an alcoholic beverage.
You know what?
Oh, yeah.
You could be.
I wouldn't judge.
You're kind of spicy and full of botanicals.
Fair point.
After the party split in half, Tazi got behind the controls of the shuttle and flew it in stealth mode into the rear of the Yakutan fleet, using the element of surprise and knowing when to give up. Catalina and Lockie, with the help of Dr. Charles, guiding them in and out with his telekinesis and also catching some panels here and there. They were able to plant bombs on the rear of these 2 cruisers. All the while, Jin was lying in wait in anticipation of launching a devastatingly large hack, and was just told, wait until the bombs are planted first. After the bombs were in place, amazingly, without alerting anybody on the fleet, even though Lockie emptied the entire charge of his Vesuvius, cutting 2 actually, no. He emptied half the charge on one and then didn't cut a hole in the second one, just planted it on the outside. And then proceeded to blow up the rears of both ships, thoroughly crippling their forward propulsion. As soon as those explosions went off, Jin's hack was launched, which I'm just going to read these in order. It was Hack 1, broadcast all channels to attempt to force as many connections on Yakutan channels as possible, so force as many things to connect to as many other things as possible. through channels that are connected, broadcast a hack that attempts to gain access to as many comms computers as possible and change its ID tags to Harbonan ones. Through comms taken over successfully, push the hack further and take over as many ships' main computers as possible, and from those computers fire main weapons in random directions. This fleet was in a decently tight formation as it was traveling through space, so the perspective on this from the actual fleet was very alarming. All of their comms devices began squealing in a high-pitched alien language, and as soon as they tried to figure out what was up, their guns began firing all by themselves. And yes, a decent number of them failed against that hack, and the guns just went off willy-nilly. Because of some profound amounts of luck, enough fire occurred between Yakutans and not Yakutans. It made it look like there was an actual mutiny going on, because the Harbonan ships were actually firing on the Yakutan ships by accident. And as the swarm of patrol boats surrounding the three cruisers and one light carrier began to skirmish amongst themselves, the two now parked cruisers and carrier had to thoroughly hinder the third cruiser. Unfortunately, because it was on low health, a patrol boat finished the job by mistake, and it blew up. Now, as the party beat a hasty retreat, the remainder of the fleet that was once very large is now 1 light carrier and 8 patrol boats.
Sorry, what?
With the rest of the patrol boats either destroyed or deemed too damaged to enter the fray.
Very nice.
Fucking solutions.
Jin, what have you done?
I mean, I saw a problem, I fixed the problem. Well, I fixed that problem, you help me with my problems, yeah?
He's alright in my books.
I'm not even sure, like, we wouldn't have our comms on yet because we'd be, like, too afraid to turn everything on.
Yep, you are probably still on radio silence as you are maintaining stealth mode.
As I'm looking at the back of the shuttle just going, what the fuck?
Ships just firing on each other. It's absolute carnage. And Jin, because of the advanced sensors on board the Milan, Jin, Pim, and Dimitri all have a front row seat of this fleet blowing itself to pieces. And because we spent a good portion of the end of the last session focusing on the people on the shuttle, and since that shuttle is now just returning to the Milan, we'll focus more on the people on board the Milan now.
I mean, does that do it, Dimitri?
What?
I mean, you should probably pick them up and get us the fuck out of here. I mean, I think that's, that probably made a bit of comms noise.
It is possibly better for them just to hit for the planet.
Actually, true. Well, we can't really tell them, though. So,
We can't tell them, and we can't see them, so we will just have to wait for them to make decision.
Fair.
Was there a timer given to us before we
Yet.
could turn our comms back on? No.
I don't think so.
But Jin did say once the high-pitched squealing stopped, which it now has, it's probably fine.
I mean,
No, the high-pitched squealing stopped. I imagine Charles would
So
after 5 minutes, he'd turn on his compad just to see if it makes a noise, and if it doesn't, he'll call the ship.
one of the reasons Jin wouldn't have known how long it's going to last, because he doesn't have very good understanding of modern post-tech. So,
Okay, so it probably lasts about a minute. A bit under a minute, in fact.
yeah, lovely.
Like, I rolled for the duration of all your hacks, and I think it went about 7 rounds, so about half a minute.
Jesus. Okay.
Yeah. The all ships firing on each other hack did last about 5, though as it was happening, I gave the onboard the comms crew on board the ship chances to save out of the effect because
Yeah, makes
they're
sense.
just panicking, going no, and so eventually a good chunk of them were able to turn it off, but the damage was done.
The damage was done.
Okay, so are you calling us then, Christian?
Yeah, as soon as every so often turn on my compad. The moment the squealing stops, I'll call the Milan.
Charles calling.
I guess I'd pick it up because I'm still in the comms room.
Yeah.
What's this ship again? Mitri?
The Milan.
Yeah, right. Milan answering.
Jin, what the hell was that?
Well, what do you mean?
I'll talk to you about
Wait,
it
you got
later.
Jin on the line there?
Yes.
Tell him that was fucking Butte.
I'm sure you heard that.
Yeah, I'm just.
So that's good?
We'll talk about your methods later.
Yeah, fine. I suppose so.
What's the position of the Milan and what are your plans?
Well, we made a bit of noise, so Dimitri's waiting on you to make a decision, and either we go or we wait for you.
Tazi?
Yeah.
With those few bumps along the way that we took, is our stealth still functioning?
It's fine. It was a glancing blow. We lost a bit of the heat shielding, but I think we'll be okay.
Okay. I think it might be best for us to try and get some defense with Harbona's forces.
Well, I'm done. There's nothing else I can do, so drinks at my place.
Sure. Once this is all over and Harbona is safe, we'll take a rest, I guess.
Best we regroup with them at Harbona. Saves us trying to do a docking maneuver.
Roger. I'll contact the fleet on the way back and tell them current numbers.
And yes, we'll head back towards the planet. We might want to give the fleet a wide berth, though. Okay, Tazi?
Okay. I should probably. I feel like I probably should have disclosed this before we got into the situation. I was never trained for combat.
But you did fine. In fact, you did better than fine.
You did
You
a
did
really
amazing.
good job.
Thank you.
I reckon stay within range of the Milan just in case we need to support it.
Okay. We'll be so stealthy for a while. Yeah, I should be able to be nearby-ish. Yeah.
Right then. Dimitri, you should get us out of here before they spot us.
Sure. I will, do like circling maneuver. Maybe. Is that?
Okay. So you're going to stay out of combat range of the remains of the fleet while also trying to go towards Harbona.
Yes.
Yeah, look, I'm not sure whether it was better to just shatter them out of combat range.
Oh, you are not hidden anymore.
No, yeah, I know that, but they'd also have to turn their backs to another enemy to come attack me,
Yes.
and they don't know what I have.
I mean, I can talk to them if you want.
Talk to who?
The Yakotoahns.
What to say? Keep running, little sheep, or to say, hey, come attack me.
I think that might have scared a few of them off.
Oh, duh, I expect they are in quite some mental disarray.
Shall I?
I say yet. Let us just watch for maybe 10 minutes and see what happens.
Okay.
Just saying, a video call with my face might add to the confusion and fear a little.
Yeah, I guess. Well, I would think that none of them have met someone like you.
Okay. You watch and you wait. And over the course of 10 minutes, you notice that the three most crippled looking vessels are basically being like taxis. They are going to and from the thoroughly wrecked ships and are basically transferring all hands onto the two, or most hands onto the two damaged and immobile but intact cruisers. The H patrol boats are basically flying around in V formation, trying to look intimidating, while the light carrier rights itself. And near the end of your 10 minutes of observation, it lays in a course, an intercept course with the Milan.
I don't want more death. Can I call now?
Sure.
All right, I'll open a channel to one of them.
Okay.
Video call.
They do not answer. Hang on, my boss is calling me. Give me a sec.
You don't answer.
Oh man, do I know that feeling. My boss has the best timing. He always calls me at literally the times where I'm like, I can't talk right now. Please, no. Why?
Wait. I'm trying to read Rory's lips.
That's just rude, man.
Just wait until I start giving him a voiceover.
I'm waiting for calls from Jim to see if I can work later this week, and I'm like, no, because one of our team members might have COVID, so I'm being shoved on all the shifts.
Yep.
He's lucky I can still do Saturday at the moment.
Yeah. We're a little bit in trouble, because not only do a few of our members have COVID, but the pub staff also have COVID. So.
Wonderful.
Yay!
It's going round.
So soon enough it'll be, if you've got COVID but you're not showing any symptoms, go back to work.
Eventually, I suppose. I guess. We'll see.
Mind-bogglingly stupid.
Yes.
That is understatement of either.
Yeah, it didn't have to be this either.
Anyway, let's talk about lighter things. How How is everyone doing? That's probably not necessarily wider.
I'm
but, you know.
currently making my lesson plan for Quest. I'm
nice.
teaching a lesson at the Healers Guild.
Ah, yes, I
because-
was
Oh,
told
yeah?
about
Because
that.
Eli is completely a healer.
Definitely
What are you
a healer.
teaching? Torture?
Surgery.
Ah, okay.
Currently, my plan is to ask for a volunteer
And
And
cut
then
them up.
and then strap that volunteer to a table and then basically start stabbing them and then asking random people within the class to fix it.
That's
And if they fix it well enough, they get their qualifications. If they don't, I stab them.
If they don't, they're going to keep stabbing, and you know you have to keep stabbing until they get it right. Yeah.
Yeah.
oh, good
They-
grief.
The thing is, Syrian was meant to be there to help, but he's not coming to this quest, so I get to do it by myself. So I'm just going to go with the
Cause shit.
flow and cause shit and use lots of fake blood because why not?
Sounds fun.
I was gonna run a lockpicking
You were on mute.
lesson at ages. Me?
No,
No,
Rory.
Rory tried to say something.
Rory is on mute.
He hung up on me
Okay.
mid-sentence. I feel like he just like pressed the wrong button with his face.
You said
Whoops.
something rude to him, didn't you?
No, he just told me I have to come in earlier the rest of this week. Oh, he's coming back.
Okay.
Bye again.
oh dear.
So, audience,
Yes,
Specifically
I am
kids.
teaching in surgery.
should we do
Surgency.
surg-
Read the
Agent
should
Kid,
we
I would-
commit nomicide in space?
What's nomicide?
Nomicide.
It's when
You
a
haven't been
gnome
watching
dies.
our game.
It's when
Yeah,
a gnome
but we-
dies.
We don't
There
have
was
any
a-
gnomes.
There was an achievement in World of Warcraft called Vehicular Gnome Slaughter.
Oh, that makes me happier than it should.
I
You're
don't know if
terrible,
anyone's
terrible
noticed, but I sneakily updated Jin's graphic. While
Yes, I saw.
I haven't looked.
on the stream. I think I may have actually forgotten a detail though, so I'm just gonna quickly. Yeah, I did.
Oh.
But that's okay.
D6 tower.
I can fix
Charles
it.
is going to have Eli's going to have another class at quest as well, but that
Mhm.
one's a
Mm.
late night quest for certain people.
I have heard about it. I will not give
Yes.
much information.
But I will.
I think it's going to be the class that makes everyone just sort of look at the Healers Guild and go,
Something
something tells me they're not healing everyone. Imagine every enemy is a gnome. It'll help with the murder.
Good
Alice,
lord.
Alice, look at Discord. Seeing as you never pay attention.
What did I do?
My bad. You could have just been like, "Oi, bitch, dinner. What are we doing?" I'd be like,
I mean-
"Oh, I'm sorry." Eh.
I could, but that's extremely rude.
It is. That's
Okay.
true.
So, bitch, what are we gonna do?
I think he's done. I think he's done.
Okay.
Space
I'm done.
Master is back.
Turn you guys back up. Yeah. Okay. My apologies. Co-workers a bit under the weather. I'm having to cover. Yeah, happy, joy. It shows a good thing. This isn't being streamed live on Twitch or anything. Anyway, they don't answer.
Okay, I will attempt to hack one to make them answer.
Okay. You do not have a means of connecting to any of their devices. It
They
seems that
switch all their radios off.
it seems whatever hole you used to cause that absolute disastrous display has been closed tight to their own detriment. It seems.
Makes sense, I guess. I'll just go to Dimitri and just say,
Yeah, actually, Dimitri, we should go.
Well, we can attempt to outrun them, I guess.
You, sir, with your onboard scanners, you can see that they have a tier 3 spike drive core. Yours is a tier 2.
Oh.
Based on your current proximity, if everybody tried to converge now, the stealth shuttle would not make it back to the Milan before the carrier was in combat range of the Milan.
So in
And,
other words, we should just bail.
and the Milan is currently docked to the Gloved Molotov, and having these two ships coupled during spaceship combat is a massive detriment because it'll just get sheared off by a shot and it'll damage both ships badly. Yes. So you guys are going to have to decide on the plan of action.
Let's go.
Are all the escort ships coming with it, or is it just coming to attack me by itself?
Just the light carrier. I had a guess, and based on your scanners and the energy readings, the larger ships are actually faster than the escort ships, but were matching pace with them to be a unified force.
And how far away is the planet?
Thorin 1, not that far actually. You guys weren't hadn't really passed that far, so I'd say you could get into orbit around Thorin 1 before entering combat range with the carrier.
Well, we could try to slingshot around that little planet, and perhaps foil its plans that way.
It'll at least keep a planet between us and them.
And I'd
Are
have
our
to go
weapons
past to
longer
get to
range than theirs?
Harbona, yeah?
Pardon?
I
Are
would
our
have to
weapons longer range than theirs?
No. And you, Nick?
I would have to go past it to get to Harbona.
Yes, because you allowed the fleet to pass and then came out.
If you go around the planet, at least you might be able to get in range, or force it to get into your range. Or buy us more time.
I vote we just go back to the planetary defenses and let them mop up the mess.
That's through the ship.
I was gonna say, has anyone made communication with Harbona yet?
No.
In that
I
case, Catalina most certainly would attempt to do so.
Okay, who are you calling on Harbona specifically?
Whose numbers does she have from her small visit, other than her father?
In terms of important people who can make big, heavy decisions, not many.
Yeah, I know. That's why
People weren't
I'm
really
like...
trained numbers.
I could just send you a contact pretty quick, but
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Dimitri is a bit more well connected, thanks to his family ties.
Yeah, Catalina's been gone for too long without connection at all that she probably doesn't know any numbers.
Uh-huh.
I would probably give you Stefan's number because you've at least talked to him.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Catalina would know most of your family, at least by acquaintance.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so she'll call Stefan.
Okay. Das Vidania.
Stefan, is Catalina.
What?
Is that the attitude you give to someone who's trying to help?
We are in the middle of tactical operations, and the long-range scanners have...
Yeah. Okay, but do you want information from a person who is literally staring at the situation?
Yes.
Great. Here is the information, and she'll just describe everything that she's in, and then that has happened. Keep in mind, she's on a stealth ship, not the Milan.
Okay, you you, me, and Jin need to have talk about, rules of engagement, war crimes, things like that. If you get back.
Look, all I'm going to say is I've had some little bit different training, and he is alien from very different times. So, I mean, there are some different, maybe look.
That is probably the only way this is going to slide in the courts, okay?
Look, all you need to know is that the numbers are thin, and this is the situation. Okay?
We have our own forces in the air that were in a holding position in orbit. We can send some out to scare off the stragglers, especially with their big ships exposed and vulnerable. That carrier is currently flying away from us towards you. You are the biggest ship we have. Deal with it.
You look after little ones, we look after big one. Okay, I guess that is situation now. Okay, thanks, bye. Beep.
Oh no!
She calls Dimitri.
Duh.
Okay, big ship is ours, little ships are theirs. Also, we're probably in big trouble. I should not have told your brother as much as I did. Okay, love you, bye.
Hang on, you called him what?
I'm just gonna.
She just hung up.
I would be well aware that they've got orbital guns.
Yes.
So
Why are we engaging it now? We have orbital guns at Harbona. It is stupid for us to engage it here. Let's change the terrain to our own.
Well, we can run at it, and maybe it will get confused.
Chris, I will say, just based on the speed, the comparative speed of both vessels, unless Dimitri is incredibly clever, no matter how fast you fly, the carrier will get into weapons range with the Milan before you get into range of Harbona's defenses.
okay.
This is fine. Can we scan this carrier to see what it's packing?
Yeah, sure thing. Roll me tech, post-tech, astronautic with and so forth with wisdom, because it's being perception-y.
What? Tech, post-tech, what?
With wisdom, yeah.
Is it better I use computers for that?
I would allow that to.
Thank you, yes.
I'll assist if you can roll that for me, Alice.
What are you rolling? 2d4?
That is 9 for me.
Computers.
2d6?
9?
Yeah.
8.
Yeah, that's an assist.
Yeah, heck yeah.
Actually, it rolls in closer to 12.
Okay, the ship that is coming up on you is a light carrier. Like an actual carrier is a capital class ship. This is a cruiser hull that has been made to function as a carrier kind of ship. So it can't carry as many fighters, and it isn't big enough to carry any frigates. But it has a tier 3 spike drive. You can see it is equipped with a pair of externally mounted plasma beams, and based on the configuration of panels on its belly, it's probably carrying 6 fighters.
We're a little outclassed.
Will we make it to
I'm
just
just
make it?
thinking, like, we are not showing any weapons. We are not the carrier. We do not have any fighters. Like, technically, as an unarmed vessel, it is illegal for them to fire on us.
Yeah.
Sure, because you get to have the moral high ground on legality right now.
No, like,
I mean,
seriously.
as far as they know, the Milan didn't attack them.
On a serious note, we can't make it back to Harbona, but can we head the other direction and just make a jump 1 hex?
Unfortunately, you're
No, that's just...
too
We're too deep in the system.
Yes.
Okay.
We'd have to make a jump from
No
within
matter
the
what,
realm,
they'll
which is
get to us before we can do anything.
ridiculously hard.
The only asset you have in range that is of benefit to you is the planet that you are near. And even then, they can potentially catch up. It's just if you play hide and seek in the upper atmosphere, it might buy you a bit of time.
Well, it doesn't really win us much time because we're still got to fight the fucking thing.
Yes.
All right. Well, I guess I will.
I
go
say
and
we
have
just
a
do
look at
drive-by.
guns.
If we go around the planets, we can keep out of their range until they come into our range. Less time them shooting at us rather than...
This is a good point.
Tazi also chimes in and says, I think I'd also be better served behind the controls of the Molotov. Lucky, you can fire ship guns, can't you?
Oh, indeed I can. But I had a more personal approach in mind.
Can anybody else fire ship guns? Because I'm no good in a fight flying this shuttle.
I
Niet,
suppose I can.
Dimitri has
No.
not taught me how to do this yet.
I have a -1.
I have to teach you how to use a big gun? Are you fucking kidding me?
No. Big gun is different to gun on
Oh,
ship.
no.
Targeting
Big gun
is
is big gun.
strange. I disagree. Okay. Wait, we're on
I
two different
mean-
ships at the moment. But anyway.
Mm-hmm.
I can absolutely use the guns.
Okay, so how far away is shuttle?
If you guys play around in the atmosphere of Thorin 1, your shuttle can dock before you get.
Okay, then we will see how good my ship surfing skills are.
Okay. You.
It is gas giant. I can't exactly hit anything if I fly into it, but it will get quite uncomfortable.
And hot.
With
I said
Charles's
uncomfortable. That is enough.
experience and history with space and everything,
Mhm.
would he know how well sensors could track a human body just floating in space?
It would be incredibly difficult, nigh impossible.
Like he's got to roll a 20 off 2d6, yeah?
We'll see how.
You got to remember, Charles, that intercepting a ship as it flies past is probably also difficult for a human.
And if you get shot by a ship-based weaponry, that's not like some damage. That's pink mist.
Correct.
Mm-hmm.
These are all pros and cons to weigh. So, Dimitri, you go, all right, that is plan. Peel off from your location a bit removed from the hot Jupiter and return from whence you came into orbit. Tazi nervously looks over at the carrier as it thunders by and goes, I never want you to get near that thing, and just goes and just guns it as fast as she can away from the carrier and towards the Milan.
Let us see how it goes. Come on, little carrier. Come to Papa Dimitri. I wonder if I hit this planet really hard, if it will bounce into the carrier. What do you think of this idea?
I think if you hit this planet very hard, you won't have to worry about the carrier.
Is it possible, Loki, for us to... Wait, do we have... We don't have the mechs, do we? We just went in vaccines.
The mechs are
They're
on
broken.
board.
Yes.
And they're broken.
Okay.
Well, they're not broken. They're just
Damaged.
below half health, so yeah, not viable.
In response to Dimitri aiming at the planet, Jin turns around and just says,
This ship's equipped with a planet splitter?
Yet. Although, what is planet splitter?
Lockie gets a sense of just. I hear talk of big weapons.
I mean, that was advanced tech from my time.
I do not think that they have this anymore.
Probably.
Plus, it would require a very large ship, I would think, for a large amount of energy.
Not really. It's complex.
Okay. We will keep this discussion for another time, perhaps.
Okay. Some time passes as there is a great amount of nervous and palpable energy aboard both crafts, and as the Milan dips into the upper atmosphere of Thorin 1, you see the external temperature readings on the ship enter the orange zone. Bear in mind that this ship is rated to harvest hydrogen from suns, so it's not in the red zone, but it's still a bit toasty.
Darcy,
Uh-huh.
how close do you reckon you could get us to that ship?
The carrier? I don't know. What do you have in mind?
On a completely unrelated note, how much do you think that could crew?
In my own personal experience, ship that size, 200 wouldn't surprise me.
What about on the command deck?
The command deck, not dissimilar from our own ship, perhaps a bit larger, maybe a dozen.
So doable is what I'm hearing. Charles?
Yes.
from my
What
scans,
airbrain
it's like
scheme
little-
do you have this time?
From my
Okay.
scans, I detect a area of dead space, I guess. It is just behind the bridge. If you, land the lighter flat against it, I think you would be undetected.
How fast do you reckon you could get me to that ship?
Can you guys have like a regular ship-to-ship combat like one time?
No.
We will
No,
have
man,
a regular ship-to-ship
we can't
combat.
afford the repairs.
I'm just going to also be doing the boarding party at the same time.
True. That's true.
We can't afford the time or the money.
Giles is just going to look at Lockie and be like, faster with this.
We'll call that Plan B.
It depends on how close we can get to the front of the ship. If we can get to the front of the ship and I use Regalia, I can literally pull the fucking front window off their ship.
Not this one.
This would be combat rated.
You were able to damage portions of a personnel carrier shuttlecraft and ended up shattering most of your body as a result. This is a massive military
The window,
rated
they should become pink mist.
cruiser. You will not be able to damage this ship conventionally with your telekinesis, even doped up to high heaven.
You
It's
say
incredible.
that,
What do you have in mind?
telekinetics have this interesting ability called telekinetic ram,
Uh-huh.
and it acts like a heavy weapon.
I beg your pardon?
I can't use it on an object that moves around fast, but on a section of hull, I can do up to 5d12.
Uh-huh.
Where's my bingo board? That was a bamboozle right there.
So, if you commit effort for the scene to target a tremendous uncontrolled burst of force at a single target within sight, this burst requires some time to detonate, however, will only go off at the end of the next round. Targets of this technique are aware of an oppressively electrical tingling in the air, which is why you can't really use it on a human because they move out the fucking way.
Yeah, but you're talking about a ship in space. Like that's
Are apt to instinctively
Moving.
move. This technique is thus generally useless against any target that is not entirely immobile, as any movement of a chosen target disrupts the ram. Once the ram detonates, however, it is sufficient to destroy any immobile civilian vehicle, create a 5-meter hole in anything short of hardened military fortification, or inflict 5d12 damage on anything else as if struck with a heavy weapon.
And when it says not moving, is that not moving relative to you?
I would say so, yes. As long as
If he's moving at the same velocity as the fucking cruiser, then it's not moving.
yes, that would only work if you were physically on the side of the cruiser yourself.
If I'm going to be doping myself up to use RAM, I might as well dope myself up to use flight and just fly over.
And bear in mind, it does say it can punch a hole in anything short of hardened military equipment, which this is. So you can't, like, full-on ram through, but...
You have to go and find that that little fucking vent that leads down to the generator, whatever the fuck it is. That
I'd say a few uses of that on the same spot could make a hole, because it's just like...
And again, it's like, I am going to end up in a coma again if I use that.
Don't
Well,
get any
they call it
breaching
doctrine
charges,
for no
they
reason.
said. They're too, explosive, they said.
You left yourself.
I did.
So it's iffy. Like, the thing is,
breaching charge.
the shuttle that we're on has no weapons whatsoever.
Correct.
So we can't do anything other than get back to the Milan or land on the cruiser.
Or get on board the Gloved Molotov and use her weapons.
Catalina also doesn't have anything on her, weapon-wise.
You've got my
Mag pistol,
mag rifle.
mag rifle.
So, what are you doing?
I have no idea. I'll leave it up to I'll leave it up to them. They're the ones that are.
Group consensus. Do we go for ship combat and make Rory happy?
Just do the ship combat. We haven't done it in ages. Let's just do it.
I have no interest in railroading you. I'm just saying I don't know if it's. I'm trying to understand where your aversion to ship combat comes from. Is it just because you want to be clever, which I can fully respect,
the
or
fact
is
that I
it
only
just,
have one gun.
I mean, Lockie wants to be Lockie, which is go and blast things apart.
Mhm.
Close and personal.
I have one gun. I have no shields. There's a few things.
When I gave you the option of several ships to choose from, you did choose the Nerd Wagon.
Yes, I know, but still.
Yes, because Nerdwagon's better.
Is it?
Yes, it'll be even better once I'm able to bloody spend some time upgrading the fucking spike drive.
Catalina's kind of sitting there nervously like, there's nothing I can do. I feel useless right now. I am not a space combat person. Fuck. Give me a knife and throw me in there with people and I'm good.
Okay, maybe if you're not
Throw
going
me in
to
there
dock
with the
in
people and I die.
if you're not going to use the light freighter hold and get on the ship and cause ruckus, then you get us back here and get in the fucking Gloved Molotov.
How about, and hear me out on this one, you drop me off.
You're not going
then-
alone.
You drop me and the Romney off.
That's not counting.
You can come along if you want.
Okay, continue.
And then the rest of you beat it back to the Gloved Molotov and give some fire support.
Okay, my only problem with this is then we need to know where not to shoot.
Probably the bridge.
Isn't that
And
like
don't worry.
front of ship? No, if two ships
No,
are
it is
facing...
usually top of ship.
Okay, shoot bum of ship. Under of
So-
ship belly.
It is usually like one of the flat edges where you get the best view.
How well can your suit fly?
It can make adjustments.
Can we?
It does not have proper space flight. It's enough that you could do, like, move around the outside of a ship fairly maneuverable and, through a radar array or something like that to perform maintenance, but not like, a jetpack that just launches me. Not yet.
Have we actually
get to
caught
that
up
one
to
day.
Milan yet, or are we still a bit off?
I am being generous and giving you conversation time because clearly you guys need to figure out what the hell's going on. Whenever you
just go
decide
space
on the
combat.
plan, you guys will converge as one and we can go.
Let's
Right,
face it, if I
okay.
get on board that ship, I'm probably not getting back off it.
No, and we need you on the guns because you're the only one with gunner skill.
Yeah.
I don't have a +1. It's not even that impressive.
I have
Everyone
minus
else
one.
has a neg one!
Mine's a 0, it's not even a +1.
What
Yeah, no,
are you
but you still-
talking
what's-
about? They
as well,
just
so-
What's your attack
It's-
bonus as your
Oh,
class?
my attack boss is 3.
Yeah,
Oh,
mine's a 1.
Yeah, fair.
And I have a -1 to gunnery, so it's a flat 0.
How many gunnery weapons do we have on the ship?
you have
One.
You
Our
have
grav cannon.
you have one grav cannon on the Milan and one plasma beam on the Gloved Molotov.
That's
Well-
right, we have that as well.
head to the grav cannon.
So we can like warm things up with the grav cannon, then slice things apart with the laser beam thing.
Yep.
So the grav
Alright.
cannon does AP 20, the plasma beam
4d6.
does AP 10,
Yes.
3d6. Okay, we can make this work. We can make this work.
Yeah.
It'll be fine.
You-
I'm gonna help somebody. So who needs the most help in firing the weapon? Because I'm gonna give you trajectories using science.
I mean, I can do that myself using computers.
You'll be a
Yeah,
bit
but you'll be
preoccupied
using the
actually
weapon, so
firing the
you're gonna
gun.
Give yourself
Oh,
the bonus.
I was going to
Uh,
fire every second turn or something, but yeah, cool. I'll
It's-
take it.
It's fine. You help Jin, I'll help Lockie. Catalina will help
That'll
Lockie.
Okay, so
She can do maths. She can't.
We're
It's an
going to the Gloved
intelligence
Molotov.
skill, isn't it?
to shoot the ship guns, like I allow that or dex personally.
Yeah, okay.
Because it's either being intelligent and tracking trajectories or being dexterous and being like easy, easy, and so on. Okay, so the plan is that Dr. Charles is going to stay on board the Milan and head down to the main weapon control on deck 3 and help Jin operate the ship's guns. Tazi is going to run over to the Gloved Molotov with Lockie and Catalina and fly that vehicle for them while Lockie fires. Also, bear in mind, Catalina, you can do field repairs if the Gloved Molotov takes damage during an engagement.
I'm not good
can-
at those either.
This is going to be a history check probably for me based
Uh-huh.
on spending time on a Harbona. But what is the gas giant made out of?
Gas giant. I actually have notes on this.
Catalina would probably know the answer to that, and so would Dimitri.
Indeed, Thorin 1 is. Predominantly a hydrogen and helium mix of an atmosphere. Basically, a hot Jupiter is basically a failed star. It has a lot of the same composition, it just doesn't have the
Ignition.
Yes.
Yeah, that's
And-
what I thought.
yeah,
And a grav
and-
cannon pointed at that would be an ignition source.
Not
A,
really.
a plasma beam
Maybe.
would be. A grav cannon is basically just shearing planes of space and forcing
Oh,
damage.
okay. Just putting that out there as a Hail Mary.
Oh, look. The thought it crossed my mind that I could make it go supernova.
I mean,
You wouldn't make it go supernova; it'd just ignite, and the system would have a second star.
it is known by scientists that in a few 100,000 years, this planet is probably going to collide with the star, and things are going to get interesting. But that's in a few 100,000 years' time.
We
Or
can
20
speed up the process.
Let's not.
If we fire it up as a start now, things will be fucking interesting very quickly too.
You just need to find somewhere that's got a singularity gun. That'll fuck them up.
How much experience do I give a party for making a second sun just to blow up a ship?
I mean,
I would
For
take that one to
science.
Reddit. I would go to Reddit with that one.
Oh my god, you guys. That's so
Can
stupid.
we just
It's Chris's
not-
method. Go big or go home.
This is
mean-
the big you could possibly go.
What are the ramifications of the rest of the planets nearby? As in, like, Harbona and Yakotoahn?
they're all destroyed. If you suddenly make a second sun in close proximity to a similar distance to our sun, the planet's gone. Like
Oh, really?
instantaneous famine on every planet.
Heat.
Massive
would not
amount
go
of
well.
heat waves, yeah. So, Catalina would not be okay with that idea.
As last resort, perhaps, but
All right.
Very
Anyway,
well.
let's get this underway because we're
Yes.
we're talking a lot.
It's lots of
theoretical physics. Yes, yes, they have a favourite thing.
it's lots of giggling and theory craft, and basically after frantically running down the hallways of the Milan, going panicking, hopping in the lift. And running out and getting to the Gloved Molotov, getting into position. Everybody's where they're meant to be.
Is Pim going to be able to help us with mid-fight repairs for the
Uh,
Milan?
Pim is currently making sure that you can use the Milan at all.
Okay.
He's the
he-
functionality of
yeah.
it.
He and all 15 of him are the functional crew of the ship, making sure that everything that happens in the background that has to be working is working. You've never
Right.
taken this ship into combat before, and part of yeah. So he's very very busy.
He's doing the thing he needs to do.
Mm-hmm.
This is how we die.
Okay. So,
I honestly wouldn't be surprised.
without further ado, I ask all and sundry to please roll initiative.
Oh god.
What's
That's
that again? It's a
D8 again.
D8.
It's a D8.
I'm glad someone asked it. It wasn't me for
Yeah,
once.
I mean, I said it was.
That was great.
I need some dark magic here.
Dark magic.
Five.
No one wants my kind of magic. It just curses people.
What is my?
And
magic?
it's add dexterity.
Yes.
Ah, so it's a 6 for me.
Is that a minus for
That just-
you?
Yes.
Oh god.
Damn it! You're still going before me.
Mine's a 7. Oh, pardon me.
I rolled a 1, which is a 1.
Okay. Hang on. I am doing some cheeky nonsense.
It's literally been so long since we did space combat that I don't even remember what I can do anymore.
This is the point where Nick was meant to read all the rules on space combat again, just to make sure.
I got a 5, including stat negatives.
Okay. I'm doing something cheeky in the corner. I also need one from that. Okay. My turn. I need to get other people from other places to make sure the tokens make sense. I'm gonna grab Dimitri.
See, I reckon if I did take the bridge, we could possibly get a bingo along the top line. Crew liberates a ship, vehicle, or mech.
What?
And it's also like, if we do this, Pim gets his one of his
Fleet.
goals done because he gets
Yeah.
the fleet. So we don't want to destroy the ship,
Yeah, we do.
but we don't want them shooting at us.
We are not in a position to board another ship.
Says the cyberware man.
It's fine as long as we can get to certain control panels first and open up all vents into space. So unless they're wearing a spacesuit, they're dead.
I mean, standard military practice would probably be that they're wearing black suits
Or
for
assault
combat
suits.
operations.
You'd have a boarding party to repel borders, but you wouldn't have not everyone would be in a suit because you'd just it's not as dexterous and stuff.
Okay.
Mm.
What were people's rolls again?
I
5.
already put mine in.
6. Oh yeah, I can
7.
just put mine in.
Dimitri?
I rolled a 7.
Excellent. I'll roll for Tali because she's also piloting. Yep, she got a 2.
Oh dear.
Where did Lucia go?
She's
Around?
No,
Uh,
no, she was on the Milan.
She was on the stealth shuttle.
Mm.
Was she?
Yeah, she
Yeah.
came on the stealth shuttle
Yes.
with us.
I'm going to say just because the Gloved Molotov is looking at a bit short of hands. Actually, wait, no. If the Milan gets boarded, she would be the only
Person to stop them.
proper combatant, except for Dr. Charles juicing himself. So she basically just is waiting in the elevator in an assault suit, just waiting to be called somewhere to repel boarders.
I assume I would have asked someone if I can pick up a weapon. So, what have we got?
You passed like a pile of mag pistols and mag rifles just on shelves in the
Oh yeah,
cargo
I'd
bay.
probably pick one up and realize it doesn't fit my hand and throw it back in the pile and keep walking. I just realized.
We need to get you a custom gun, my friend.
I will help with that.
And now I roll initiative for the pilot of. Oh, it's a 1.
Thank God for that.
I mean, it doesn't help us that much.
No, it doesn't, but we'll get the first volley in at least.
Okay, so the map is very much loosey goosey, just to demonstrate that you guys are on it and in space. But you guys are engaged in space combat, and as beads of sweat run down your foreheads, you enter into range with one another. And Dimitri, you are first out of the cab.
Oh, cool.
Now,
What
do I
is your-
shoot movements you can do well?
You can shoot things.
Or can I only fly?
I will. Actually, Jin is the one firing the gun. You are the one flying the ship. Because there's just the one gun. Wait, have you got gunnery skills?
Yes.
Well then, I'm gonna say if you aren't doing like an especially flashy ship maneuver, you can fire the gun. But if you're like doing crazy hectic piloting, then you're too busy doing that to aim the gun properly. If that makes sense.
Hey, Jin, I'm thinking of aiming for the shuttle base.
I suppose it's your call. I don't know.
Well, if we can disable the shuttle, the strike craft before they come out, it would be better for us.
If you can also get the shuttle bay, you might cause secondary explosions, which would also help.
All right,
So-
you use the guns, and I'll do something else.
Well, I might need to step in if I have to do, tricky barrel rolls or some shit.
We'll see.
Starship trouble. Starship combat. There we go. That was right. Okay, so make an attack roll. Add your dex or intelligence and your bonuses to combat gunnery. Also add the ship's armor, which is, I believe, 6. So it has an armor class of 6.
Interesting.
Do I add my attack bonus as well?
Yes.
So I rolled a 10,
Mm-hmm.
That should
plus attack bonus of 2, so that's 12.
Plus 6 for its armor, which is 18.
Plus 1 for intelligence.
Yep.
Just missed.
Damn it! Wait! Charles, you're helping, aren't you?
Yes. I'm giving him
Science.
calculated science to tell him where to shoot.
Yeah.
And that's a 6 on the dice. That's a +1. Do I use wisdom or intelligence for that one?
Intelligence.
So that's a 7. So you
Okay.
get +1.
That's enough to give you a bonus. So it's just a hit.
Just a hit.
Just a hit.
So that is
Better than nothing.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
4d6.
46 plus 1. AP 20.
All right, so that's 22 plus 1.
I'm sorry.
I rolled 2 5s and 2 6s.
Wow!
Okay.
Owie!
I don't know if you can see this, but yeah.
Oh my
Combat.
god.
First shot
Dude.
out the barrel.
Mhm.
Just they're like, what the fuck's that weird shape coming towards us? And the ship gets cut in half.
You know, they're gonna think we're some kind of experimental warship. We crippled their systems, blew up 2 of their ships somehow, and now we've just beamed through their
Yeah.
fucking fighter base.
So it's like that situation where you guys were hiding just beyond the horizon of this ship, so they couldn't fully see you. But once you were prepared to engage, you turned around and came at them. So they initially barely see you. There's like hazy miasma. It's like a hot day in the desert, and the wobbly shape of the Milan just emerges, and unfurling from the ship's belly, because you have a hidden gun, so like panels slide back, and this big gun just drops out of the inside of the Milan and just goes and just slices across the top of this carrier. It's still intact, but it's looking a lot more worse for wear.
Come on, 2
Yes.
turn down.
What was that? What was that rumbling, screaming sound from? Says the captain.
Okay. So that's your turn, Catalina.
But I'm like, you might want to move us.
Oh, duh. Okay. Well, you see, okay, I'm looking at scanner and I am doing mathematics to help with tactic to select best option of tactical advantage for a shot. I'm going to assist
Okay.
Lockie in a
Yeah, go for it.
because I can't repair anything right now. So for now, she's just going to assist with shots.
Okay.
I will probably use tactics. Doesn't make a difference if I use tactics or science. So I'll just use tactics. Is
Okay.
that with intelligence?
Yes.
Okay. No.
Unfortunately not. You yourself are having a hard time plotting courses through the gaseous haze that's kind of obscuring the battlefield before you guys get properly in full sight of each other. And you're
No,
like,
no.
wait,
She just starts speaking in Russian and forgets that Lucky has to English.
Lockie has the English.
mhm,
That's the language you're going with.
Best explanation ever.
indeed. Okay. Lockie,
Yeah.
you have decoupled from the Milan, and Tazi is so. There's 3 seats in the cockpit of the Gloved Molotov. Tazi is the one facing forward. You're kind of in the one offset and to the left. So you can just turn your head to the right and see Tazi at the helm, and you have this like big HUD of out the front of the ship in front of you, and can see just a barrel of the gun as you swivel the controls back and forth. Tazi is sweating bullets.
Well, that's really handy. Maybe we could use that to throw at the enemy.
She looks very, very nervous and is just like going, "What do you want to do?"
Custom police, like, open emergency channel, tell them we surrender. We can't, Captain. They hit the comms relay in the backup.
Yeah, I think they're gonna regret not opening comms relay. My question is, am I in range with the plasma beam?
Yes.
Oh, well, that's unfortunate for them.
Mm-hmm.
Well, how unfortunate.
Make an attack roll.
I am also going to target the fighter base.
Okay.
Try and double down on the damage.
Well, mine was only just a hit, so I'm not sure where the hit landed.
I'm not really allowing cold shots just because it's a big ship.
Yeah, fair enough. That is a 19 plus
That's a hit.
4.
There's a +6 in there for their armor.
Ash,
That's a
Ash, if you could just stop invoking the dark powers, I'd really appreciate it.
No, invoke
no,
No, that's not fair.
I like my dark powers.
Ash is the absolute counter to my bad luck. We can't stop invoking his good luck because then there's nothing to counterbalance my bad luck.
What is my damage? 3d6.
You realize when he goes to shoot us, someone's getting damaged because he has like 5 rerolls.
3, I think, actually.
I knew I should
He
have
might-
used them all.
3 or 4.
Oh,
Like-
okay.
Hang on, I'll check.
So it's AP 10,
Yep.
and that is 16 on the dice.
So the ship has an armor of 15, which means that the AP gets through 10 of that, which means that it takes 11 damage.
Yes.
Nice. Good shot.
Very good shot.
Now here comes the payback.
Uh-huh.
What weapons? do
Evasive
they have?
maneuvers! Evasive maneuvers!
What weapons do they have?
2 plasma beams.
2.
Yes. Jin, it's your turn.
As I am not doing the guns, instead I'm going to prepare a hack and hold turn for when this ship is fired upon.
Okay.
Can you roll 2d6 for that, Alice?
Oh,
Plus
I
4.
can. Also, I just want the audience to know that I have enough tokens for 15 rerolls, and it kills me every time.
Yeah.
Oh, did I lose one of the dice?
Yeah. You did.
Yes, you did.
It's a 5 and a something.
And a 5.
Ooh, good roll.
So
That's
10.
14.
Okay. Please.
14.
Please commit in writing what it is to me, please.
Yep. Hang on. I'm trying to find.
Big bada boom.
I'm so scared.
You're the one that gave him this power.
I'm scared to fire back. I like your ships.
Yeah, you gotta remember, he's firing at something he designed.
Oh,
It depends on if he fires both ships at one ship, like both shots at one ship, or spreads them out.
I don't know. Ah. I see. Respectable.
Cool.
I'll say you don't have time to fully enact it this round.
Yep.
But it will be ready to go next round.
Sweet.
Okay. My turn. Okay. Step 1.
Be terrified. Step 2.
Okay. The doors that open in the belly of the ship to allow fighters to emerge are partially jammed due to excessive damage. So only 4 of them get out.
Ooh, there are weenie ships.
Grabbing speed.
And all of them are going to immediately open fire. Hang on, I need to actually pull up the flipping stats on the fighters. Give me a sec. I should have done this before. I'm definitely prepared to do my job.
Ash, you may want to focus on them for now.
Yep.
Oh, here we go. Fighters, what do we have? Cool. That should be interesting. All 4 of them are going to launch opening volleys at the Milan. Because she's a big girl.
Mm-hmm.
First 2 shots. Definitely miss. Second 2 shots. Also miss. I'm getting all the bad rolls out of the way now. What's happening to me? But they launch forward and are being all like, fighter crap. As the hits kind of just like glance off the Milan's armor or just whiz past, very a la Star Wars. However, the 2 large, currently forward-facing plasma beams go and fire on the Milan as well.
No, they don't.
First shot. That is going to hit. I got a 12 on the dice, plus 6 for the Milan's armor class, plus 3 for the guns operator. Second shot is only an 8, so misses by 1. Wait, no. Misses by 3. So, first hit does land on the Milan. You are rocked as the entire ship shudders and shakes from the first impact you've ever felt it take. The plasma beam has armor piercing 10, so you take 4 points of damage.
Are you tracking that, Nick?
No,
Okay.
That is not so bad.
I can keep track of this.
No one else has access to the ship page, so you're going to have to keep track of it.
I also
Mhm.
have access to the ship, but I'm streaming.
Okay. Yeah, you're dealing with everything else.
Yeah.
And the pilot of the cruiser is doing stuff.
Doing stuff.
It's
That's the technical term.
it's Tarzi's turn. You just told her to go to ramming speed.
Oh no!
We're all
Tazi's more
gonna die.
intelligent
We're
than
all
that.
gonna die.
I got Ash.
Darcy's more intelligent than Lockie.
It's true though. She'd be like,
He,
"That's a bad
he-
idea."
he first said take evasive actions.
I'm just going to read the first few sentences of the section of Starship Combat that says ramming speed.
Oh,
Because it's an actual section for ramming speed.
Oh god.
it makes me very happy, but also very concerned.
Some desperate captains may choose to ram an enemy ship. Assuming the pilot and the chief engineer of the ship share this grim desire, and a post-piloting skill test is made against the target ship.
See, it's not desperate, it's deranged.
Yes! So yes, Atazi is going to...
I think
Hold-
evasive maneuvers is more intelligent.
Tazi is taking evasive maneuvers and is trying to... just trying not to get shot, basically. And is... She's like... She has one of... Like... She has one of the 4 fighters kind of like on permanent lock on a screen next to her, and it's like she's studying it as it's flying, and it's being like, okay, and if I do this, and she's going, okay, I got this. This is fine. She's having having an interesting time.
Catalina at some point
that's
realizes
understandable.
she's speaking only in Russian in her stress, and goes, "You're doing good."
Mm-hmm. Dr. Charles, it's your turn.
I'm going to calculate the next shot
Okay.
to go for the center mass of the other cruiser.
Roll me science.
That's an 11. 6 and a
Okay.
4 plus 1.
Very nice. Very helpful. And just in time for Dimitri. It's your turn once again.
I fire the gun again.
You
Are you going to fire or are you going to take evasive maneuvers?
You
Like-
fire.
Ah, the first one just took 4 hit points. It's fine. Shoot away!
Yeah,
You-
exactly.
You fire.
So that's a 19 on the dice.
So with the plus 1, he gets 20.
If I can roll with a
Uh,
fucking...
Fantastique.
Mm-hmm.
Where's my bingo?
That was not as good. That is...
I think the bingo
14.
board is pinned to one of our channels.
14.
No, I've got it.
Yeah,
Only 14, I'm sorry.
yeah, only 14. Sorry. It was not 2 off max.
Okay. Cool.
It's not a good okay, cool.
Fucking custom.
Yes, ramming ships is how they get bigger. Yes, exactly.
Oh
Catalina.
God! What?
Catalina, it's your turn.
The Gloved Molotov hasn't taken damage yet, correct?
Correct.
She's going to attempt another assist. I rolled the same as last time. No.
Oh dear.
It's alright, my black magic is good enough.
It's your turn, Lockie. Are you firing on the cruiser or the fighters?
Fighters would be pretty hard to hit, wouldn't they?
They're pretty stunty and dexterous, but aren't they heavily armored and aren't that tough? If you hit one of them, it's probably dead.
What's the armor bonus to it?
4. So add 4 to your shot to hit the fighter.
Alright,
So it's
we'll
only
go
a
for-
-2 on what the...
Yeah, we'll go for the fighter.
Okay, go for it.
That's a 13 on the dice. Plus 4 is 17. Plus 3 attack bonus. 21.
Okay, that hits.
Roll the
Yep.
damage!
12 damage with AP 10.
12 damage.
Yes.
Nice!
Ding ding ding! 1 down.
Indeed, you blast that fighter out of the sky.
So as I'm calculating my next shot, I just see this little poof on my screen. I'm like, nice.
Okay, Jin. You're making the frantic finishing touches as Charles is at the terminal next to you, frantically plotting courses.
Yep. I'll just warn
Dimitri, this might get a touch bumpy.
Duh. I expect this already.
Fair.
Look, I have even strapped my vodka to the bench.
Yeah, you might want to close it too.
I'm glad we're taking this seriously.
Alright, when do we ever take anything seriously?
When the other two fighters launch,
Oh.
like now,
Oh,
and all 5 of them fire on the Molotov.
what?
Yep.
I mean, it makes sense with a little ship that's coming at them.
It makes sense. They probably can't actually hurt the Milan.
Mhm.
They barely can.
The Milan has a lot of armor. The Gloved Molotov does not.
Yeah.
Yours is
Yeah, a pin cushion.
yours is a transport ship that happens to have a big gun strapped to it.
We've got a science vessel with a big gun strapped to it. We've got a transport ship with a big gun strapped to it.
Mm-hmm.
We need a military ship with a big gun strapped to it.
Yes, you do. I'm a class of 5 on the Molotov, plus 3 to hit. So I need a 12 on any of these 5 to hit.
I don't
Is
like.
it 5 or a 10?
Hmm?
Don't mind me. I'm just trying to figure out.
Okay. Shockingly, only one of my 5 shots actually hit.
Yay! That's not shocking. That's fantastic.
However, they are firing a Reaper battery, which is 3d4 damage.
That sounds scary.
Reaper battery.
The
Sounds
Reaper
cool.
battery, I've been reading up on them because Charles wants to make one, uses the particles within a spike drive to create a particle cloud. And it fries the electronics of a smaller ship.
That sounds fun.
Subtracting 1 from the 1 armor that the Gloved Molotov has, the Molotov takes 10 points of damage.
Hell.
Ouch!
Okay, just so the audience can see, I'm gonna pull up the details for the ships.
Yeah, we're on 5 hit points. 'Cause we weren't fully repaired as it was.
Yep.
You were not.
Yep, that's the... And the Milan.
I would suggest that you
Flee combat.
play combat or hide behind, go fucking piss off down behind the planet.
Okay. Both of the plasma beams are going to fire at the Milan from the light carrier. I shall be invoking 2 rerolls.
Two!
It just means he missed one both shots.
Congratulations. I just wasted 2 rerolls. I'm rolling so badly tonight!
Oh god, you made me choke.
Oh my god.
I'm rolling the hot garbage!
Oops, I made that too.
But you just hit the fucking Molotov like 5 times.
I rolled to hit the Molotov 5 times and I hit once!
He just rolled really well on the damage.
I rolled a 4, a 3, and a 4 on the damage. That was fine. To hit is my problem!
Right, let
I'm
me just
done.
adjust. Let me
So
just
hang on, what are
update
these
the
fighters
chat
armed
box.
with?
Huh?
Reaper.
So these fighters armed with 4 guns.
Each fighter has 1 gun, but the gun deals 3d4 damage, but doesn't pierce armor. So it's good against smaller ships, doesn't do as well against a larger ship like a cruiser.
Right.
So,
It's Tarzi's turn. She is at the helm and is seeing a plethora of warning lights and alarms go off.
GT the F to the O.
It's like, she's like, what do we do? Lucky, Catalina! This isn't going well!
Take deep
We've done
breath.
what we can. Get out.
Okay! And she peels off, attempts to evade combat. She has to make a piloting test opposed by those who wish to pursue, which is 5 fighters.
Are either of us able to assist, or...
Yes, I'd say, Kathleen, you can. Lucky is a bit busy going pew-pew.
Okay, I'm using different dice. These ones are clearly cursed.
Mm-hmm.
I've touched them for too long. Never mind, they were even more cursed.
Oh, no.
I think it's your dice tray that's cursed. Because even when I rolled it there, I rolled badly.
Obviously, you fondled them too much.
At that point, I'm going to stay on the as I'm watching everything play out on the computers while I'm calculating. I'm going to go on the radios and be, Dimitri, take out the fighters.
Move the Milan between the fighters and the Gloved Molotov, I think, is a wise decision.
That would be
Yes.
another option.
It'll buy
Shield,
us time.
shield
at
my
least.
little ship with my bigger ship is my preferred option.
So Tazi peels off and is attempting to hide in the planet's atmosphere, and 5 fighter craft are staying in formation and trying to pursue. Dr. Charles.
Calculations incoming. A 5 and a 1 on the dice, plus a 1. That's a 7.
That's
Boom.
enough.
It's all it needs to be.
Indeed. Dimitri, you may make a maneuver. It doesn't have to be a suggested maneuver. It can be whatever you want to do, and I will play ball. And I'll make it make sense within the rules.
I ram the Milan into all the fighters. Yeah.
What?
Don't do that.
You said my
Um,
armor's tough. Like, maybe not that tough. All right.
Do it.
I will most likely maneuver myself in between the Milan and the fighters so that their shots do not hit.
Okay.
Or they have to roll with disadvantage or something. I don't know. I mean, I'm getting the feed across to me saying, yeah, everything's gone to shit.
I
Okay.
didn't say everything's gone to shit. I just said fire on the fighters.
So you are basically attempting to intercept the attacks from the craft.
Yes.
Okay. Roll me vehicle space, please.
Equal space. Fuck's sake. That is 10.
Okay. All right. The Molotov is hurting, and you angle the Milan, kind of tilting the Milan's belly up to try to momentarily intercept as the fighters draw near. Okay. Catalina. The Molotov's taking some damage.
Sorry, I'm mildly perplexed by the lack of miso soup in my dinner. I'm mad. Yes, I will repair or attempt to repair.
Okay.
What skill is that again? Is that astronautic?
Tech astronautic, yes, and it'll only be temporary bodges to hold the ship together long enough to keep fighting.
Using intelligence
Or dex.
or dex? That's fine. They're the same. I think so. That neutralizes because my astronautic is a -1. They're all +1. Cool. Come on, dice.
That's a
9.
9.
Okay, roll me a d4, please. You are able to hastily grab some pipes, shove them back together, pull out some duct tape, and just start and just panically try to keep things together. You have given the Molotov 2 temporary hit points for now.
I was useful, guys. I wasn't the last 2 turns, but this turn I was useful.
Okay. Back to Lockie. You are.
I have nothing to fire on. I will assist Catalina with some repairs,
Okay. Go for it.
which is going to go badly because I also have nothing in tech or astronautic. However, I do have a +1 in dex. That's a 9 as well. Well, actually 10 because of the +1, but yeah.
Yeah.
Exact same roll.
Cool. Heck yeah. Roll me a d4 as well.
It's a 2.
Okay. 2 more temporary hit points as you lean back and go. That load-bearing beam shouldn't be on the floor. It should stand up. And go. hold it up into place, pull out a blowtorch, and go, and hastily solder it into place so that portion of the ship can actually take a bit more punishment.
Fingers crossed we can survive long enough.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, we can't shoot while we're making evasive maneuvers?
You can.
But
Just-
we took quite a bit of damage. Yeah.
The way things are configured at this point, the Milan is now basically entirely in the way. So the Gloved Molotov doesn't have eyes on the fighters this round, which makes sense because you're hiding from them.
Yeah. All good.
Jin, it's your turn.
Fire the guns!
I'm going to wait to execute it.
Okay, you are holding your action to press the go button.
Yep.
Okay. Well, a volley of fire from the fighters was already ready when the maneuver began, so all five are going to instead be aimed at the Milan.
That's not good.
Well, here's the thing. The Milan has a lot of armor. I'm just going to be discounting some of it because you intentionally put yourself in harm's way. Okay. 2 shots go through. Okay. The Milan takes 2 points of damage on the belly altogether.
Thank God for our armor.
Yeah.
As all of these crafts were focusing fire on the one spot and were able to kind of deal some damage. And
It
then
did what? Where? What do you mean? Oh, little fuckers.
as you get
They have fucking busted the portal in my favorite toilet.
and then they are all doing a sweep down maneuver and are trying to duck underneath the Milan and get up on the other side of her to continue their pursuit of the Molotov.
That's when I'd execute it then.
Okay.
Disappointed by my lack of miso soup. I was really looking forward to that.
I'm going to have all 5 pilots make evade rolls. Okay. 2 of them are able to effectively get out of the way. What you have effectively done is a sideways ramming speed maneuver.
Yes.
As the doors on the starboard side of the Milan open, forcibly evacuating air from all non-occupied compartments out, basically making the entire ship drift sideways into the ships as they pass near and underneath the side of the Milan. And because the force of an engine wasn't behind it, I'm not going to have it be as severe as ramming speed. So I'm just going to read what this does. An opposed piloting skill test is made against the target ship, with each pilot adding their ship's speed. All attackers gain +4 to hit a ship while attempting to ram. The targeting ship must win the opposed roll by a margin greater than the defending pilot's pilot skill. On impact, each ship suffers hit point damage equal to half the maximum hit points of the other ship. So,
Those fighters are dead!
So 2 of them got out of the way entirely and don't have to worry about it. 3 of them, okay. So Jesus, this is weird. I'm just gonna make some rolls.
So we take half their max health in damage, and they take half our max health in damage.
Not yet. Chris, and by extension Alice, can you roll me 2d6, please?
Yes, Alice, could you roll that?
Mm-hmm. Sorry, stuffing my face. 8.
Okay.
It's going to get a little bumpy, Dimitri. Sorry.
I'm like, what?
Okay.
What the fuck did you do? Like,
What is the Milan's speed?
That
I mean, actually, that's not entirely relevant.
is a 1.
I mean, yeah, I'll allow it. Okay, so.
It's just big one.
Okay. Fighter craft. Ooh, jeez. Okay. Yep. Okay. Alice, can you roll me 2d4, please?
2d4?
Yep. Okay. Those three fighters who don't get out in time both take 4 points of damage.
Did you say 3 fighters? Oh, because it was 5 against us.
Yes.
Yep, yep.
And so what?
Each take 4 points of damage. They are all functional, but are banged and scraped something silly.
Knocked off course slightly?
It would be, yes, and kind of knocked off course. I would like for that to have been potentially more effective, but the Milan didn't have a lot of time to build up speed.
So, how much damage did the Milan take?
If I'm being fair, then the Milan takes 6.
Okay.
Oh, shit.
Really? That wouldn't make sense.
Well, it kind of does. I'm playing it by ear, you guys.
With armor and stuff, it wouldn't make sense. Our armor's thicker than a fighter. And then running into us, my dint armor, it's not going to break armor.
Having speed ignores armor.
But that's... Yeah. There's a lot of other factors that come into it.
I'm just trying to make it make sense and be cool, you guys. I'm sorry. It's a very
No.
It's all cool.
You're
It's all
fine,
cool.
Murray.
I'm doing my standard bullshit of
Yes, you are.
yeah. So interpret it how you interpret. I'm gonna pull standard insane bullshit no matter what. Some of them will go in our favor and some of them won't.
I personally think based on my roles and how I'm interpreting this makes sense. You were useful. You dealt a total of 12 damage to their ships and knocked them off course. That is useful and that is appropriate.
Okay, Rory, I have a very serious question for you.
Can it wait until after I fire with the carrier?
Yes, it can.
Okay, good, because I really want to do that. Hey, Dice Gods. It's me.
Will our change of direction cause a minus in their ability to...
No, because I was originally going to use that as an evasive maneuver, and then I decided to use it to try and ram the fighters.
Ash, I have just served muted you. Stay out of this conversation between me and the Dice Gods, okay? Look, it's been a while. But you know me, and I know you, and I know that together this is going to go out just fine. Just remember the good old days of us playing Star Wars X-Wing miniatures. I was unstoppable.
Just as a side, something hilarious. Did you know I can unmute him?
Yeah, that tracks. I did hit twice, though.
Oh, shit.
I'm sorry.
And this
I-
is where we all
This is
die.
how we die today.
I roll.
Die today.
I rolled an 11 and a 13. Okay, I need separate. I'll go. Yes. Okay. So, each plasma beam has armor-piercing 10, which means I am subtracting 5 damage from each of these hits against the alarm, which is something. Okay. Okay.
So I didn't think the boarding action was a better idea.
Yep.
Yeah, I think you're right. How much health does the Milan have?
Not a lot.
Hmm.
One shot deals 10 points of damage,
Some less.
Oh shit.
and the other deals 3.
Okay, we are under a third.
Oof.
Is this my shot now?
Are you gonna try and do something?
He calculated something. No one used the gun. Fuck it. Charles hits the fire button.
Well, it's Tarzi's turn first.
And he's aiming at the fucking capital ship. So is it Tazi first? Tazi can do her maneuver
Yes.
first.
It's Tazi first. Tazi is just going, again, I'm running away. It goes about as well as can be expected. However, only 2 of the ships are now actually in a position to pursue because of what was done by Jin. Yeah, that tracks. Okay. The Molotov is still being chased by 2 ships, unfortunately. She has not been able to lose them. Dr. Charles, you wish to make an attack roll with the big gun.
I do.
Okay, please do so. Roll me combat gunnery with Dex or Intelligence. Add your bonus to hit. Add the
And
bonus
plus
you calculated plus 6.
Plus 6.
Uh-huh.
So I gave myself a bonus, which levels out my gunnery thing.
Yep.
But I rolled a nat 20.
Nice.
Okay. Roll me some
I
damage.
haven't done that in a while. What is it?
4d6.
4d6.
Plus 1.
Just gonna quickly take a photo of this because this like never happens to me.
Mm-hmm. I'm very happy for you. It's a shame there aren't any crits in the system.
No, precisely.
It's a shame, but at the same time, it's not a shame because I'm sure we would have died some earlier time if it was a thing.
Oh, Charles would be very dead by now.
Yes.
Yeah.
I am under no assumption where Charles would be if crits were a thing here. That first battle on the planet against Black Lance, he would have died. He would have died so hard. Come on, give me some good numbers. Yeah, no. That's not too bad. 8, 10, 15 plus 1, so
Okay.
16.
Where are you aiming?
Going for the bridge, if I can.
Okay. I'm going to take us out of the moment of abject terror that is occurring on your ships, and just shift focus over to the bridge of this vessel. The situation, though at a larger scale, is similar to what's occurring on the Gloved Molotov. There's panic, there's running around, there's screaming, there's people bleeding from the head as people were like, as the classic Star Trek wobble occurred.
Whoa!
And conveniently placed I-beams just fell from the ceiling and knocked over ensigns, and there's a medic being all like, "Oh no, who could have foreseen this?" and is doing some bandaging as like sparks are pouring out of poorly wired electrical boxes, and all the lights are flashing red. The ship's main engineer is on comms and is saying in Farsi, "Captain, we can't maintain pursuit. I'm not sure how much longer we can hold her together." He yells, "Damn it, Commander! That ship scuppered over half our fleet. I will end her or die.
He wore the red shirt.
I
He
feel
shouldn't have
this
wore
is
the
the
red
moment Lockie like calls Charles and goes, "Still only counts as one."
No, you just get a message, kill stealing bastard.
And with that, because we have been going for quite a while, we're going to go for a break.
Thank God. I need to just.
We're not out of the shit yet. Those fighters
No,
can
no.
still take out the Molotov.
I know, and I'm going to try and stop them, but we only have the grav cannon, and it's one target at a time. And I figured taking out the thing that was shooting 2 plasma beams at us
Yes.
was more important.
Yeah, that's fair.
Okay.
Maybe.
Alice,
Let's
please,
What we
please press the go to break button. We shall return in about 10 to 15 minutes
Yep.
with hydration and libation and empty platters.
Hopefully.
You know, on the plus side, if the Gloved Molotov does blow up, at least we won't have to,
get around with this.
continue paying back parts of our
You
jobs
sure
to.
about that? I'm pretty sure there's a clause in our contract that is maintenance of
No,
ship.
no, we will be dead.
Fake your own deaths.
Yes,
All new
the
identities.
Molotov lost with all hands. Yep.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Okay. Break, please.
All right.
Yes.
We shall be back.
We will be
in
back.
About 10 to 15 minutes.
Mhm.
Hang tight, and we'll see you shortly. We
Hello.
are back!
Base, baby!
Space baby.
Big ship kaboom, yes. Space battle!
No.
Battle, battle,
No.
battle.
No.
Okay, where
You know,
do we-
eventually we're gonna get baby James back and like have him on the ship.
Yes, yes you are.
No, we're not.
Okay, Dimitri, it's your
Yes.
turn. The big gun, the big gun was just fired, and you saw on one of your HUDs that it blew up in spectacular fashion.
Yes. Oh my god, did you see? Oh my god. Charles, what if you... Oh my god. Fucking kill stealer.
However, there are still 5 fighter craft in various states.
No, I lie. It was magnificent shot. Well done.
Don't expect a repeat performance. I got lucky with that one.
Ah, but that is space combat. It is all about luck. Kind of. So we fired the big gun at the big ship and it blew up.
Yep.
We can fire a big gun at little ships.
I will say yes, purely because it's the start of a new initiative round. So it was fired once last round, and now at the top of the round it's you, so you can fire it again.
Sure.
You don't get a
will-
bonus from me this time, unfortunately.
Try and hit a little ship.
Go for it. It has an armor class of 4.
No, I rolled an 11. So I hit
Okay.
the big ship 10 before. I'm pretty sure I can hit a little ship with 11.
I really like this.
Yes?
bug. Look how cute it is.
Without Charles's help, unfortunately not. It has a low armor class, and you didn't quite roll high enough.
What's your attack bonus?
Who?
You. A 2,
So
and
2
you've got a
plus 11
+1
is
from
13.
gunnery.
No, my gunnery's only 0.
Oh, okay. And then a +4, so you'll end up at 17.
Unfortunately, not quite enough.
Boo.
Boo indeed. Okay, Catalina, there are 2 ships in
Oh.
hot pursuit, and there is fluid squirting out of a pipe in the wall at your face.
This is not good. Okay, where is that expanding foam? Expanding foam fix everything, duh? Oh!
Duct tape fixes everything. Expanding foam is for.
No, you put expanding
Bigger
foam
problem.
and then you put duct tape. It's fine. Oh, it's a 9! I
Okay.
accomplished something!
Unfortunately, there are only so many things you can fix from the inside of a ship without a dry dock, so with each successful internal fix, the DC does, in my mind, would logically go up.
Oh, okay. Well,
So-
I guess that's a fail then, question mark?
Sadly, just a 9 isn't enough anymore because both you and Lockie have done successful repairs.
Pew, pew, pew. So I'm not useful anymore.
You were very useful. Just
I've
Not
done
now.
1 repair this entire session. That's all I've done. Oh, and I got us in trouble.
and you also helped blow up the rear of 2 cruisers last session.
Well, that was last session though, Rory. This session I've done nothing. Except get us in trouble. Also, I think that's part of the bingo board now that I think about it. Catalina offends someone.
Mm-hmm. Okay, Lucky. There are 2 ships in hot pursuit of you. What do you do?
The plasma is locked forward facing, isn't it?
No,
No, it's turret style.
Like-
Oh. Well,
Do it.
my chances of repairing are worse than Catalina's, so I am better on the guns.
kaboom! You unclench as the weld of that conspicuously falling down I-beam settles. You slide over into the seat, grab hold of the controls, and
And roll an 18 on the dice.
you will for sure hit. Roll me some damage.
What was it again? 3d6?
26.
That is 14.
14. Big boom.
Big
Not as
bad
big as
apple.
Charles's boom, but you know,
All right.
respectable boom.
Rub it in.
Hey, it's the only time I'm going to be able to do something like that without going like full
Hey, I
drug
blew
user.
up 2 of them before, so. You know.
Yeah, you did.
So how much did Charles explode it? Like, is there any salvage?
Oh, there will be salvage.
There will always be salvage, and Harbonans will jump at the chance to salvage it.
We're going to need some of the armor plating.
Okay. Jin, the turn is yours.
I don't believe there's anything I can do.
That is unfortunate.
Yeah, I sort of just hold tight for a bit.
Him's robots to do repairs?
I guess I could attempt repairs here.
Yeah, sure.
What is it? Post-tech?
Tech astronautic. Because,
Great.
because
All
it's a
right.
ship.
Yeah, that's definitely a negative, but with intelligence, it's flat.
It's
So,
fine.
yeah, Alice, could you give us a roll?
Look at the
You can
meeting.
do it.
I can attempt to. Was it 2d6?
Yep.
I don't know.
6
It's a 6.
plus whatever.
You kind of stand up, and as Charles is still staring in shocked disbelief as the like still explosion cascading ship in the like HUD in front of him is like breaking up. You're doing like you just stand up, approach a panel, pull off the wall, see a variety of broken wires, and go,
Yeah,
This is very
that's
different to
bone.
my technology.
Yeah,
You're like,
This is
"Oh,
this is broken.
Really?
The
I
thing is,
think
I
so.
imagine while I'm happy that I managed to actually do something in space combat, Charles is looking on in abject horror as he realizes the amount of people that he just killed.
yes, you're entirely correct. You aren't entirely sure how many people are on board the ship, but it's
Are
probably
you drooling, Charles? You
north
should
of
probably not
100.
drool about killing people.
Okay, it's all good. I'm just like, I think that calls for a mental effect save, or whether or not he just stops doing stuff.
Yeah, go for it.
no.
But I rolled a 15, so he continues doing stuff, and I imagine it's Jin's voice that just sort of shocks him out of his like
Mhm.
state, and he starts calculating the next shot.
Okay.
Yeah, it's definitely broken.
It is,
Yes, I'll help you in a minute.
it's now the turn of the fighters. First one is going to fire on the Molotov. I rolled a 2.
No, you didn't.
No, I genuinely did. Is that legible?
No, but
No.
that's okay.
It's a 2.
It's a 2.
Oh yeah, it's a 2. You can see
There
it.
it is. Needed that slight tilt.
Mm-hmm. The other 3 shots are being aimed at the Milan because you got in the way. You big fat dummy.
Oh, what a badass I am.
Mm-hmm. 2 hit. Oh, jeez. The damage I dealt in aggregate across those 2 ships equals the armor rating of the Milan. So no damage.
Oh, thank fuck for that.
Ping, ping, ping.
Uh-huh.
I believe our food is here.
Someone knocking?
Tazi is actually doing a bit better at trying to evade combat now. Her single pursuer whiffs! He whiffs! Okay. Okay, cool. That's 1 success in the bank to escape combat. Back to Dr. Charles.
I am calculating,
A shot.
formulating shots for things. Ugh, that's 4. So I do not.
Okay.
A 1 and a 2 is not going to make it.
Mm-hmm.
This is what I get for getting it at 20.
Yes.
I was gonna say, should have just fired.
That's like, fuck you.
It's magical dice hubris. That's okay. Dimitri. Back to the top of the round. Turn's yours.
Charles, do you think it's worth trying to contact these people and offer them surrender?
They turn their radios off. Just shoot the one chasing the fucking Molotov.
Alright, good point.
Well, that was easy to convince.
Yeah.
No, that is terrible roll.
No?
Fucking 2.
Yeah, you're not going to get it with
That
that.
is gonna miss, unfortunately. All these stunty fighters successfully dodging your big.
Lumbering block ship, yes.
Mm-hmm. Makes sense.
Be quicker for me to get out and hit them with my fists.
Catalina.
Don't tempt Lockie. I know there's no sound in space, but I can just imagine one of the fighters. What's that sound? Ah!
Actually, fighters probably would have to turn their radios back on to coordinate. So I'll try that on my turn.
Okay. It's your turn, Catalina.
Pizda, why you no work? Try again. I'm just gonna keep trying to repair the ship. Never mind.
you are
She whacked
are-
something instead.
you reach to the nearby tool bucket, pull out a comically oversized wrench, and just start like smashing it
I
against.
was gonna say,
Russian style.
I see the astronaut from which movie is it? Was it Armageddon? Where he just starts whacking the drill with with the wrench. This is how we
Catalina
fix
is-
things in Russia. Bang, 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 bang.
Catalina was never taught to space repair. She does guns and like land vehicles, not
Ships.
not spaceships.
Mhm.
I was just thinking, no. She reaches without looking into a big bucket looking for a large wrench and comes up with a comically large bottle of vodka first.
And on the head of the comically large bottle of vodka is some kind of salmon, like a whole salmon
What?
whose mouth is open over the bottle of vodka.
Okay, that's a stretch even for you, Rory.
I know. We're being silly and funny. Anyway,
Hey, I'm all for it.
Lucky, you get to fire again.
I'm going to use my nebula dice.
I've had one successful roll this entire game. Just putting that out
Space
there.
dice. Space dice. Don't fail me now. I'm shooting at that little prick.
Go for it.
Alright. Oh, that might be a miss. It's a 13 on the dice.
+4 is 17.
13. Oh no, it's a 21 again. It's
Yeah,
same roll I did before.
Custom asks if it is a vodka.
Oh, but that is
Um,
additional
shut up,
damage.
custom.
I loved it.
A whole 4 damage on 3d6.
Oh, honey, no. That's not really enough.
Oh,
That's
dear.
not good.
Glancing blow.
Very
I'm
much
not
a
even
glancing
sure
blow.
that gets through their armor.
What armor?
They don't have armor?
Then
It's a
we-
fighter.
Oh,
I was gonna say, if the Gloved has only got 1 armor, they don't have armor.
They're
Armor.
expendable.
However, the gun you're firing has armor piercing.
Yeah.
So it does go through. But still.
But yeah, that was appalling.
Goes right
damage
through
relief.
little holes that suck all the air out.
Jim,
Imagine that as a character stat roll 4.
What?
so bad.
Imagine that as a psychic wisdom stat roll.
That'd be my charisma.
Right, Jim, the turn is yours.
Considering they are fighters and they probably do have their radios back open, I'll broadcast to them and try and connect again. That
Okay,
may need a hack
go for
to
it.
force it. Alice, can you roll that?
oh, yep. 2d6.
+4.
How do I roll good on your rolls and not mine?
Because
Yeah,
someone else.
that's a 15.
Jesus
Well,
Christ.
you are entirely correct. As fightercraft, they would have to reopen comms to coordinate effectively. So you are able to connect to them.
Okay.
I'm
I'll-
mad.
I'll immediately just like video call all of them and just group video call.
Okay. So 5 windows open in this group video call, kind of akin to what we're engaging in right now on Discord. There's like boom, boom, boom. All 4 pilots load first, and then your box on the bottom, the scrolling wheel loads.
Hello.
It takes like an auspicious amount of time to finally load, and as soon as it does, it's just alien face too close to the camera because you aren't used to straight yet.
Yep.
It's like,
Hello.
Ah!
Yeah, I thought that might be a reaction. Look.
Oh fuck, that's a hard voice with a sore throat.
Um,
I thought that was part of the character.
Look, here's the deal. I just wiped out half your fleet on my own. You know, you're starting to irritate me now. Do you want to keep going? 'Cause, like, I'm estimating about 30 seconds is the rest of your life.
Says the creepy alien. Who just
Make a
hacked into their
persuade roll,
comms.
please.
Yeah, could I grab another 2d6, Alice?
You most certainly can. Why do the dice fucking love you and not me? That's a 7.
Plus 0 for persuade and 1 for charisma.
That's an 8.
Okay.
Like, honestly, this is enough. At this point, you die and we die, whatever. I don't even care anymore. It's been long enough anyway, but at this point, you guys are just so primitive and it's irritating me.
If these fighter pilots could, like, exchange significant glances as though they were, like, in the same room and, like, looking across the table at each other, that's what you think they would be doing. It's like, I mean, also bear in mind the three of them are like flying in formation in space. So you see three of them lean back and like look out the side of the fighter craft and probably see each other and like meet their gaze ever so just a little bit.
Peel off now, or I do the same thing that took out your fleet. Again, except aimed at just you.
There's a moment of palpable silence. And their turn is actually next. They, seeing the stakes, seeing that their launch vehicle has been destroyed, that all the remaining crafts are damaged, and they are dealing with very bad odds, they withdraw.
Can they fly back to Kuta on their own, or do they not have that capability?
They have that capability. If they want to do, these ships could travel through drive space, but that is basically equivalent to spending 6 days in the same seat, unable to move. And honestly, because of that, the seat they're in is also probably a toilet and a bed.
I'm going to call them as they leave and say, and quickly connect again.
Good choice. By the way, tell the Yakotoahn generals I don't want my ship back just yet. But if you come to Harbona again, I will crack a plot your planet to take it.
Oh. 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 Someone's gonna shit
Sorry, what?
themselves?
They probably don't have the authority level to even know that.
No.
Just wondering, did anybody tell Jin about the ship inside the planet?
Yes, Charles did.
I was gonna
Charles
say, I
did.
think he did. Well, I think
Okay.
we did when we told everybody.
Yeah, Charles did. I checked and made sure I've got a list of things that I know that the crew knows and things that I
Okay.
don't know that the crew knows. That's on
Cool.
my do know. I don't know that you have an alien baby, so that's unfortunate because that is also a really good bargaining chip. But hey,
Mhm. Can you imagine Jin raising baby James? That would be so wholesome.
yeah, maybe.
Okay. Combat.
And when he gets a bit older, Papa, you do not look. You don't look like me, and I don't look like them. What the fuck?
Combat draws to a close, assuming
Um,
you allow the ships to leave.
Yes.
Yeah.
Can we get out of there, Dimitri? It'll take them about 30 seconds to scan us again and realize we can be shot down.
Let us go.
Okay.
Come on,
How
love the
badly
Molotov.
damaged is that ship?
Which ship?
The cruiser.
The cruiser's been sheared in half.
Oh.
Oh my. Goodbye.
It's got
cruiser.
little fires petering around on it, and
Wait. Question. Where and did it hit the spike drive? Serious questions.
Well, the spike drive wasn't actively doing its thing, and it did kind of explode. So, what would have happened? You can't salvage the spike drive.
No, but can I salvage parts for a spike drive?
Maybe, but now's probably not the time.
Yeah.
Now is definitely not the time.
You'll have to. I mean, to know whether or not it's worth doing it, I will say you can use the ship's advanced sensors to run a scan and see what parts are potentially salvageable.
Okay, I'll do that.
Okay.
That works.
Custom said sheared in half, so it's now a twoozer. I love them, Custom. Keep them coming.
Custom.
I love them. Don't let them.
Italian kiss.
Yeah, but I mean, like, we probably shouldn't go to that ship now because even if it has been sheared in half, there's still a chance of survivors in vac suits in various rooms, and they're going to send recovery crews in a bit.
Yeah, but if there's nothing that's worth salvaging, it's worth taking it apart, as in fire the grav cannon at it once more to make sure they can't salvage it either.
What was that about?
Unnecessary murder.
What was that about war crimes?
Yeah, I mean, that's definitely a war crime.
I'm just going to
saying.
scan it so I can figure out if there's a spike drive on there worth salvaging.
Okay.
Or parts for one.
Just going to scan to see if it's worth, cutting it up into smaller pieces with a grav gun and killing everybody or not.
Yeah, go for it.
That's 9 on the dice.
Okay. I would call this. I would call this perception.
Perception with wisdom?
Uh-huh.
That would be a 10 then.
Okay. You give it a look. There are some components that you think could potentially be salvageable. You kind of. So, if you imagine that you could have cut the ship directly in half, the shot, you kept aiming at your first shots were at the launch bay of the fighters, which kind of in the middle, and then you fired at the bridge. So your shots were starting at the front, but kind of sheared at an angle. So because of the angular nature of the shots, by the time it got to the back, it was a bit off center. So the majority of this spike drive core wasn't sheared in half, but probably took collateral damage from the
Resulting explosions.
There's probably something in there that might be salvageable, just you'd have to get in there to check more thoroughly.
Now I'm not sure if Charles did tell me or not, so one of us is going to have to go back and check, Rory.
Sure either, but it's okay.
Oh, you had access to our supercomputer. You could easily have
Yes,
found
I had
that
access to the supercomputer, but
You could
He was
easily have
busy
found that
writing stuff.
information. It's not like it's not in there.
but the question is, would I have done that in that time that I was looking at specifically schematics? Probably not.
Up to you whether
So-
you're looking into us or just schematics.
It's okay.
I'm going to save the scan to my compad and probably send it to Catalina and be like, you should probably send this to Harbona in High Command.
She just forwards it to.
And if
To
they
Barn.
get the spike drive, I want parts.
Okay.
With
What's
a
up?
clause of, "You're welcome. We need scraps for repairs."
Can I ask that we leave now? I'm getting uncomfortable.
That is up to Dimitri.
Who's just wandered off and so's lucky.
I imagine I'd go, Dimitri, can we leave now?
My blind was being annoying. What was the question?
Can we go?
I was wondering if we can go now because I'm getting uncomfortable in this blasted chair.
You can get out of the chair if you wish.
On a ship that's shaking like this one is? I'm
It's
alright.
not shaking that bad. It starts
I look
feeling
around and there's just wires sparking overhead.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'll be fine. Here, drink this. This will make you forget about all the sparks and shit for a little bit.
I'm not particularly one for processed drinks.
Is it processed?
It's fermented.
I guess it is going through a process of sorts. Anyway, it's fine.
You grab hold of the controls, and as you're waxing poetic and musing to yourself about whether or not vodka is in fact processed, you steer the Milan and make your way to Harbona once more. Followed swiftly by a rather panicked Tarzan, who's just like, no,
I'll go help them couple with the Milan.
yes.
And I imagine after the ring comes across and the door opens, all I get is a face full of smoke.
Yes, that is entirely correct.
I'm like, oh shit! I run in and start helping to repair what I can.
Pim at this point would probably say something snarky like, "Don't worry, I've suppressed the Milan's sprinkler systems. No need to thank me."
Oh.
So that your stuff doesn't get damaged.
Mm-hmm. Okay. After 12 nerve-wracking hours of flight, you are able to avoid the secure location that actually, hang on. Let's think about this logically. So you were all like, oh boy, let's go back to Harbona. There's still the potential for a fight going on between the Harbonans and the Yakotoahns.
Well, what? 2 disabled cruisers?
And 11 patrol boats.
Oh,
I vote we bug out anyway.
That's fair enough. So you are going to avoid that conflict entirely because you guys are right. So what I'm going to do is figure out who wins.
Rory, in that time, can I attempt to do some more hot fixes to the Milan? Not the Milan, sorry, the Molotov.
Certainly.
Can I do that too? But
Mm-hmm.
I rolled a 9 again.
It's a good job.
I rolled a 12.
Yeah. You are able to do some more hasty bodges, and I'll say by the time you guys are getting into more serious range of the so you guys are just ignoring the secure site and just flying on by. They don't bother you because they're protecting trashed ships. You don't bother them because you're a few shots away from being trashed yourself.
I will message the other Harbonan ships as we leave and just pop up on the screen and just say,
You're welcome.
and then turn off again.
Okay. As you're flying away,
not a good idea to draw attention to ourselves.
as you are making your way towards the back towards Harbona, you do see fighting break out between the Harbonans and the Yakotoahns. What's really interesting is that the ships that have been put together for combat by Harbona are very, very gun heavy. You are confident that the frigates they have are like 50 to 60% gun.
Sounds about right.
Mm-hmm. And though there are some losses on this side of Harbona, most pilots are able to eject, and a swift and decisive victory is achieved by Harbona over the remaining Yakotoahns, forcing the few crafts with any sense to retreat and abandon the salvage.
Catalina sits in front of the computers, watching or listening to what's going on intently. Like, while she's repairing and stuff, she's just got a screen open, just observing everything that's going on.
I'm gonna just start exploring the ship.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Pardon me.
Gesundheit. Okay, I'm gonna swap this across to Milano Dex.
Okay, I'm gonna close the ship.
Are we heading back to Harbona?
Oh, we still have a bunch of dead bodies on our ship.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'd probably.
they're gonna be smelling pretty bad by now.
Curiosity,
saying.
where were they?
In
They're-
the eco room.
I mean, they were placed there with the intent of them being used as fertilizer.
How long have they been there?
A couple of days.
A few days, yeah.
You have the unfortunate occurrence of watching Jin sit down and bite into an arm.
Catalina is not as disgusted as one might think she should be.
If anyone walks in, he's just going to look up and go,
What? You eat? I eat?
No, Catalina's not as disgusted. Well, assuming she does. But
Dimitri walks to be like, how does it taste? Like, it's not fresh. Like, do you want the fresher one? Or like, sure, we could find one.
I need more fruit and more meat, otherwise I'm going to get... Well, Harbona lives off fruit a lot.
Look,
I
you're
don't
in the right room
need
to
a
find
lot.
fruit if you look up.
Yeah, I know, but I don't have access to meat a lot. My constitution's strong enough that I'll survive. Slightly hold meat. It's what? Only a few days?
We can just buy you some fresh meat. Like, you don't have to eat the corpse.
Food is food. What does it matter what it comes from?
Humans have a different opinion on this.
Because I'm not human. It doesn't really matter, does it?
Well, no, because if it was a human doing it, everybody'd be running around going, screaming, cannibal, cannibal, and getting upset.
I sort of just raise an eyebrow and look at him for a few moments and go,
You don't eat your dead?
Yet. It has, Else would be able to explain it, but I think it is not a... Centuries ago, perhaps, when we were more savage. Not saying that you were savage, but... And it caused... There was problems. Like, the people who ate the dead passed diseases onto each other kind of thing.
Oh, fair point. Actually,
and he's gonna just start like pulling up his shirt and looking at, trying to scan something that would roughly be where a human liver would be, and go,
yeah, maybe I should worry a bit more about disease nowadays, too.
Good point.
Talk to the doctor. I'm not sure he had the. I seriously doubt that he has your physiology on file, but you could explain to him.
I mean, what? These only look like they're 3-4 days. It'll be fine.
Well, there's probably not any insects in there that would cause them to rot faster, so they'd probably just have decayed from the humidity.
There would be insects in here as part of the ecosystem.
It's a hydroponics base, so it has everything needed to keep an ecosystem going. So soil, insects. It probably even has like a composting system.
Yeah.
Yeah.
but like on the other hand, if Jin could catch the insects, he'd be eating them too. So hey, it's all organic.
Just don't eat all the bees.
Bees?
No, not the bees.
Can everybody who pushed their limits and didn't really sleep on the way to this engagement please roll me a physical effect save?
I'm just going to count Jin as failing.
Okay.
I'm going to fail.
Did I sleep?
Passed by 3.
Catalina
Really?
slept.
Remember? I don't think I slept. I was
Okay.
too busy designing a spike drive bomb.
Mm-hmm.
You say Dimitri lives in this constant state of inebriation, so is it sleeping or not sleeping?
I failed. I rolled a 6.
No, I rolled 4.
Everybody who failed is wiped. Like, now that you are clear of immediate danger and the space combat adrenaline is wearing off, you are feeling knackered. You pushed yourself so much to get to this point, and now everything's catching up to you.
Lucky he's somehow still going.
You've done this several times on Eunice, probably. It will eventually catch up to you, but you're powering free for now.
This is a lot harder staying awake without adrenaline jumpers.
That doesn't sound very healthy, you know?
Why not?
Sounds exhausting. Maybe just
Not
post-work?
really. They work really well. If they're made properly, they effectively have a miniature spike drive in them that can power your body for about a month without sleep.
That's...
Where do you keep getting these miniature spike drives?
That
I
is
mean,
the
alien
most,
tech.
that is the most absurd thing I have ever heard come out of somebody's mouth.
I find it very funny if in reality it wasn't a small spike drive, but that's the nearest translation you can get in English.
Probably. It's like saying, it's like saying coal reactor to Australians when in reality it's a nuclear reactor.
Mm-hmm.
Is still the most absurd thing that I have ever heard.
I mean, it was efficient.
Sure. Sounds like turning people into robots.
Now you're understanding it.
And he just, like, bottom mandibles open out in a wide, toothy grin before he takes another bite of a dude's face.
Okay, you have strange perspective of life.
Why? It's just evolution.
No.
Humans are interesting from what I see. You guys change your environment to suit you. We changed ourselves to suit the environment.
This is understandable. I guess maybe humans don't like to change too much.
And he just, like, raises an eyebrow and looks at you and just gets confused for a bit, and then looks at your skin, raises an eyebrow
She
again,
looks
and then just sort of
down-
shrugs.
She
Like,
looks down at herself
yeah.
like,
Yeah, all four of his eyes are scanning you in different parts and ways, just looking at you with colored hair, dermal implants, tattoos, colored skin, metallic skin, cyberware implants, and I'm like,
literally the most
No.
changed human there is on the ship.
You know, I don't think you guys are as different as you think.
Maybe we're just a little bit young. She's very sheepish at this point.
I don't know. Anyway, do you want... right, cannibalism.
he reaches over and throws you an apple.
Eat with me.
She catches the apple, goes,
There's just a smear of a few days old congealed blood on it from his finger.
oh, see, that doesn't bother me. Rory, you
Oh.
understand why.
Yes, I do.
This is, I will sit with you, but I'm not have much appetite right now.
No fruit?
He rips off a hand and just sort of proffers it to you and goes,
Like, come on, it's pretty. It's fine.
It is, unethical. I will go to the kitchen and come back.
All right.
he shrugs and just keeps eating.
And if anyone's paying enough attention, she's very awkwardly like, why did that not disturb me as much as it should have?
It's just meat.
Yeah, that's the problem. It was just meat to her, too.
Well,
Okay. Is there anything else that you wish to achieve before you make it back to Harbona?
If there's
Nah.
a bit of spare time, Catalina might spend some time just tinkering in the workshop, but otherwise, no.
Okay.
I would probably call ahead to Harbona to see if I can get some kind of repair ship to meet us in orbit.
Okay.
As I'm thoroughly spent, I'm just going to spend the time cleaning up some of the mess you guys left earlier and eating fruit.
Lucky is waiting to make sure that we are definitely in the all clear before he is probably going to bed.
So, are you like nervously pacing back and forth on the bridge, or just like in the chair of the gun controls? How are you?
Constantly checking and double checking the sensor arrays.
Okay.
Just making sure they have actually buggered off.
Yeah, it would probably be like 2 hours in before something suddenly clicks for Jin and he goes,
Wait, hang on. Why do you have dead humans here?
The problem we had earlier today, we had previously too. Except that time they came onto ship.
Right, alright then. Yeah, fine.
It's like
Okay.
rinse and repeat, you know? They don't learn the first time.
So, Dimitri, you hail Harbona. Are you calling back Stefan again?
What?
Are you calling your brother Stefan?
I would, unless I know someone who, like is in charge of the dockyard or something.
Give me a sec.
I mean, there's a chance I probably would, but
I feel like Catalina would know plenty of people in regards to like that kind of department. However, she doesn't have any of their contacts, and it's been like 5+ years since she's seen them.
And who knows if they're even still alive?
Yep, she would not have a clue.
I'm about to go for a walk.
The only other people you can think you could think to call are maybe Nikita or Pavel, your two eldest brothers.
I'd call one of them. I would probably call both.
Okay. Pavel is probably the one who would pick up though.
Just as a heads up, Rory, the only two people that would have potentially been incriminated in her talk to Stefan was herself and Jin.
Okay.
She tried to sort of play it off as no, this was definitely me. Derpiter Herberter.
Okay.
Wait, I didn't hear any of that.
It's alright.
Well-
It was just about earlier's conversation with Stefan.
She confessed to being complacent in a war crime.
Ah,
Well,
And-
technically that's not what I meant when I said this is what I explained everything. I just meant like this is where the situation's at, but that's fine. It is what it is now.
I mean, what's the war crime we breached exactly? I need to look it up because I'm not sure if it is or isn't.
The comms burst that forced friendly fire amongst ships.
Don't know if that's illegal.
See, I also
gotta
wouldn't
confirm.
technically have told him the details either. I would have probably just said, okay, we've managed to take out these ships. This is how many are left. They're in a disrupted state. We may have ruined their comms.
Fair enough. I was being a bit dramatic because it was funny.
But I'm
Fair enough.
happy to leave it however way you want. Catalina is
So-
careful with her words usually, though.
So, Pavel answers the phone in a video call. As you may recall, your brother, the second eldest of the family, he's a bit of a dork. You seem to remember your father always accosting him about his geode collection. he was a big fan of rocks and gems and precious stones growing up. And as the video screen comes into life, it seems that hasn't changed. He's wearing big, thick glasses with like even bigger, chunkier, like decently thick, like viewing things at a really close range specs. Has his long greasy hair slicked back and has a bit of a receding hairline back to about here. He's wearing a small chunk of amethyst around his neck and appears to be currently actively soldering something. And perhaps had his compound just out and hit like answer when you call. It was like, da.
Avel.
He turns. He sees you.
Hello, big brother.
He finishes his last solder. He puts down the soldering iron. Stefan told me you were in town.
I would guess that Stefan has told everybody that I am in town.
Oh yes, he has been quite the gossip. Like pushes up the specs.
Yeah, that is Stefan to a T, I guess.
So, you have been rather busy.
Yeah, we've been fighting the fucking Yakotoahns, and my ship is quite... Well, my little fleet of two is quite fucked, and I thought maybe you, the best person... You're not, or Nikita perhaps, the best people to ask for assistance in space. Like I know you do not have like a massive cruiser fleet or anything, but I'm sure that we have some kind of capability for repairing things in space.
We certainly can. You've been doing a very good job of filling my inbox. That's a lot of resources to allocate. Do you remember the old jump and go project that was being worked on while you were here last?
Yet. But yes, but not where it was.
Well, it was a bit of a failure the first few dozen times, but need must, and war funding makes things go. We have managed to put together a small group of ships purely designed to have massive engines. We are able to in the past we have been able to build some cruisers in large pieces on the planet underground, and then carry the pieces up and then assemble them in orbit. It's a lot faster than trying to assemble the entire thing in orbit, and it means we are safer for longer. Now, we have those big engine ships that are also equipped with a variety of soldering and assembling tools. It's not quite as good as a shipyard, but it may suit your purpose.
Look, anything at this stage is better than nothing, because the Gloved Molotov is about 10% away from falling apart completely.
Scans indicate this Molotov is frigate. That can park down here, no problem. I will allocate you space.
This larger one that I am currently piloting is at about 30%.
Oh, a science vessel. Ah. You surprised me, brother. I will have to come aboard and take a look. Look, I'm going to have to...
You would love, I reckon that, yeah. You would quite like the lab up here.
A lab?
Oh, yes, it is a lab.
Well,
There's also a supercomputer. Many interesting things for you.
Look, I'm going to have to launch the entire jump and go fleet to try and salvage all those ships out in space. Hopefully we can get some good rare parts before the Yakotoahns come back and try and get some salvage too. But I think I can spare two of them. One of them has faulty has faulty drive, can't make long trips, so it can stay in orbit. The other one, pilot's drunk again. So, he's going to miss the launch, and they can at least get started on repairs for you. Sound good?
I will send the Molotov down, seeing as it is small enough to land, and I will stay up here with this to direct your people.
All good. And in exchange, you will be attending a family dinner in 2 nights' time. Yes?
Sure. I guess I am.
Good. Father insists, and so does grandfather. We were all told to pass it along. The next one of us, you called for help.
Okay. I feel slightly railroaded, but at the same time, I kind of expected it anyway.
You come home and you don't want to see family? It's going to be Sunday. Every Sunday, family dinner. I know you've dodged.
Both good and bad memories, all right?
You dodged enough of them in your time to know when they are.
7 p.m. every fucking Sunday.
That's mess time. It's meditation time. Sorry, can't make it.
You have to hug trees. Sorry, goodbye.
Sorry, I'll leave you forever. Goodbye. Okay. I'll make the arrangements. Somebody go and kick Esker. The hangover makes him fly better.
That is how I feel too. No, maybe not so hangover, but at least lots of vodka makes me fly better.
That's nice. I'm very busy. Goodbye. And he hangs up on you.
Little shit. I bet he's not busy. I bet he's playing with these rocks. As I'm saying.
Okay, you are able to arrange assistance for the Milan. And...
Okay, Tazi. You need to land the Molotov on the planet?
You walk from the... from where you made this call onto the Gloved Molotov. Tazi is currently knee deep in a bundle of cables that are just kind of like fallen spaghetti style out of a wall, and it's just like frantically digging through and going.
Rory.
What?
Instead of
hang on, I'm gonna say something.
instead of tinkering,
I pick up the two ends of the cable she's looking for.
Sorry?
I was gonna say, I just reach into the massive cables and go, "Are you looking for these?"
Oh, yes. She takes it and just plugs it in.
I just realized that I forgot about that. Catalina, at some point after everyone's gone to beds, because she's spent some time with Jin and stuff, she probably wouldn't end up going and tinkering. She would actually help Tazi.
Okay.
Yeah,
Cool.
I forgot about that.
Okay, yes.
But probably not at this point. Probably after this.
Cool.
I don't want to interrupt.
Can I help you, Dimitri? Oh god, I'm so tired.
You need to land the Molotov on the planet. It is small enough to pass through the atmosphere. It can be repaired down there.
Okay, so I have to trust that the soil's gonna open, right?
As you get close to it, it will open for you.
Okay.
I know it is disconcerting. It was fucking weird for me too the first time, because it was not like that when I left.
Okay. I need to reprime the maneuvering jets, make sure all the doors have proper seals, and then I can get 3 hours sleep before I land, okay?
Let me quickly see if I can help. That's probably like a 12. So yes.
Okay. So as the night goes on, Tazi, Dimitri, and eventually Catalina are hastily making sure that the Molotov isn't going to explode on re-entry, and can actually make it to somewhere to be repaired. Tazi probably falls asleep under that pile of cables 6 hours in.
And Catalina covers her with like a blanket nearby
Mm-hmm.
and just lets her sleep.
So, like, heat on re-entry is usually only because of speed. Like, you can take it super slow.
Indeed, and Tazi probably will. So in the morning, Tazi wakes up, and
At some
Yeah.
point, I don't know if Catalina's strong enough, but she probably would have taken her to bed. Like, picked her up and taken her to bed. If not, she would have gotten Lockie to help her. Or did Lockie?
Interesting.
Yeah, Lockie didn't pass out.
interestingly, you've seen Tazi fall asleep in much weird locations all over the ship, and every time you've tried to help her, she complains the morning after.
Yep, she's an engine monkey.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, if I know that from experience, then I'll just make sure she's comfortable. Got a blanket, maybe a bottle of water next to her for when she wakes up, and yeah, maybe some rations or something.
She is plenty company.
Yeah.
So, as the party
And a
finally
small note
makes
that
it,
says "Forgive Lockie."
Mhm. just like taped to the side of a bottle of water.
Forgive Lockie. He means well.
As the Milan and the Gloved Molotov enter into orbit around Harbona, a pair of support ships break out of the atmosphere and begin patching up the Milan. And as everybody piles onto the Gloved Molotov to descend down to the surface, we will call it there for this week.
That's probably a good call.
Yeah. You have done your jobs well. You have protected Harbona and not died. Also, it's 10:30. And thanks to that call from my boss, I have to be up rather early.
Yay!
Yay! So, did everybody have a good time engaging in actual ship combat?
Yes.
Am I allowed to say
Sure.
no?
You are allowed to say no because I value feedback.
My sphincter has unclenched.
I just really wanted you guys to have a proper go of it at this kind of level because you've had a few smaller scuffles in space early on, but it's been a long time with you guys very skillfully avoiding having to fight anybody in space.
There's a
No.
reason for
I
that.
thought it was actually really cool. I just realized that I'm absolutely useless.
Hmm.
So I might need to
That's
fix
okay.
that.
Well, good.
And
I'm gonna.
I see the experience of this space battle severely hindering Charles's mental stability.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks.
Have fun.
Uh,
I'm gonna leave it to you, Alice, and everybody else to figure out where
No
we are
worries,
waiting
Rory.
to control a little bit because I'm gonna go and pee really quickly.
No worries.
But-
all the hydrations, yes.
I will remind everybody that we have another stream this Sunday coming up
We do.
with Ash at the
Rerolls
helm.
with that.
Yep.
delightful
Use that
imaginary
for
game
rerolls.
in which I'm a player with Alice and Ash is.
You should log in and give all the players rerolls.
Yeah, please. We need them.
Because I have 6 of them lined up.
I'm gonna pee. You guys are gonna raid. I may be back before the raid starts, but we'll see how it goes.
Who we raiding? Who you
Yes.
gonna raid?
Let's see.
Tavern
who's-
Crawler.
Let's see
Raid
who's
it,
online
raid
on
it.
my list.
Nerds of the West.
Polish
Um,
Cryptid.
I've got
Luke playing Raft of all things.
yep.
Interesting.
Nerds of the West are playing
Oh, that's
better, I think.
interesting. Tates is also playing Raft.
Probably. He's probably joined. They're probably playing together.
Yeah.
They
Eight.
often
Yes.
play together. Yeah. Well, we can rate them if we like. It's never a bad place to raid. Gray raids us all the time, so it's only nice
Yeah.
to throw back some love.
And we can hydrate him.
And we
Yes,
can
let's
No,
give him
okay.
all the
We need to make sure
hydration.
we hydrate him and make him do workouts, and we need to give him head pats. We need to give him all the redeems, like all
Make
of
him
the
fix
redeems.
his posture.
all of the redeems. We're gonna do it. How do we feel about that, guys?
Done.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. Awesome. All right, I'm gonna set up that raid. And in the meantime, thank you guys so much for joining us. We didn't quite get a bingo.
We got close.
We got close. We were like one square off on a few options of getting bingo.
Yeah, well, it wasn't t-shirt.
Was one of those options me going like crazy god
Yeah.
mode on a drug?
I think so. Another one was a
No.
random reroll. Like a random roll character.
Yeah. If we had have liberated a vehicle, we could have got the top line.
Yeah.
We should have.
Well, we kind of liberated a vehicle. I mean, we cut it in half, but it's still
We
liberated.
liberated it from life.
We liberated it from half of itself.
We didn't liberate it into our fleet though, which is the
No.
intended.
I'm sorry, Pam, I tried.
Semantics.
Alrighty.
Again, we might get upgrades.
True, we might.
We didn't
I want to try and get
put it in our fleet yet.
I want to try and get a level 3 bloody spike drive for our cruiser.
It'll happen.
That way, getting back to Alphdus will be a lot quicker.
That's
Yes.
true.
And
it
we've
will
got to
be.
go back to Alphdus to get to Lockie's place anyway.
Yes, and Catalina has one more thing she needs to do on Harbona before we leave. Yep, we'll fill that in next time. Alrighty. Thanks for joining us all, and we'll catch you hopefully on Sunday. We'll be streaming the same time we started today, which is 7 o'clock. I believe, yes, 7 o'clock because of our poor friend living in the UK who joins us for this game and has to wake up very early Sunday morning to join us. So
Yay!
7 p.m. our time, AEST, and we'll be playing Dungeons & Dragons as Ash as the DM. Yep.
We'll be
Yeah.
back.
Yep. So until
See
then, have a good one. Stick around for the raid so that we can share the love, and make sure you harass Grey with all of the love. Catches.
He's getting so many hydrates.